British Columbia, Rogers 4 Sports proudly presents the BC AAA Basketball Championship. Led the St. Michael's University Blue Devils to their first ever BC Provincial title. Well, St. Michael's and the Devils are not here. We'll have to crown a new champion. Rogers 4 Sports presents the championship final for 1993. Last night in the semifinals, North Delta defeated Richmond 65-62, and then in game number 2, the Terry Fox Ravens took on the Vancouver College Fighting Irish. They won that one 89-69. And Sean Ramsack Jing, the big unit we'll call him, he is a player that'll have to step it up tonight if the Huskies will defeat the Terry Fox Ravens. And possibly the best player in British Columbia. You'll see him in action tonight, number 12, Brett Anderson. This guy can play some basketball, and he led his team with 29 points last night. And so that sets up tonight's championship game, North Delta against Terry Fox. Now the rankings, let's talk about them. Terry Murray joining me here at the Agrodome. Terry Fox, Richmond, North Delta, Vancouver College. That was the preseason poll.
That's where Howard Samira from the Vancouver province. At the beginning of the season, Terry Fox was rated number 1, Richmond or North Delta number 3 on that one. Then Maple Ridge number 1 at the midpoint of the season. North Delta number 2, Terry Fox number 3. And moving on to the last rankings of the year, on the March 4th, North Delta moved up to the first spot after winning the Fraser Valley Championships over the number 1 at that time, Terry Fox Ravens. Terry Fox jumps to number 2, and we should be in for a whale of a ball game tonight. 11 visits for North Delta coming into tonight's final, and 3 championships for them, no championships for Terry Fox.
It's a rematch of the Fraser Valley Championships, and the record is 2-2, the rubber match. Terry, you're going to have a little feature now on what it takes to run a tournament like this. This has become probably the biggest thing that BC does in sports all year.
That's right, Rich, and for a tournament of this magnitude, the size of it, and how much hype it really does have, there's a lot more to coming down here and just watching these basketball games. From a marketing standpoint, the BC Championships do not need advertising to promote a game that is by far one of the most recognized sporting events of the year. But what happens behind the scenes? Who will hang the banners? How much to charge for souvenirs? Who will print the tickets? What about the programs? All little things that someone is responsible for.
We began organizing the tournament at the same time as we're running this tournament. So I'm looking at 94 already to see if I can get some of the people organized and lined up, and some of the sponsors, the key sponsors, to make sure that they're ready to go next year again.
And the crowd support, is it expected to be the same as previous tournaments?
Yes, I think so. We've got a couple of new teams in the tournament, and what they do is they bring a lot of the students from the schools that haven't been to a tournament before, and they really look forward to coming into this place.
In already saying the tournament is one of the most prestigious sporting events of the year, why does an amateur sport receive so much hype? What makes standing on the Agrodome floor bouncing a basketball such a big deal?
Without question, it's the best sporting event in BC, certainly in my opinion. I think amateur, pro, whatever, this is the best run and certainly the highest profile. No matter what radio station you turn on or TV, everybody's plugging it. I know these kids have grown up all their lives thinking about it, like this is the show. And certainly for a number of them, they'll go on and play at other levels. But I know Ken Shields was talking to our team in 1990 when we were up in Kelowna, and he said, I've won 10 Canadian championships at university, coaching the national team now, but the thing that he remembers the best and is most important to him was winning the BC Championships. Of all the athletic things he's been involved in, it was winning the BCs that was the most exciting, it was the highlight. And, I think that's true.
It has indeed evolved into being quite the event here in British Columbia, the BC AAA Championships. Let's turn our attention to North Delta Huskies. They defeated LV Rogers 96-61 in the opening round. And then following that game, they took on the Kelowna Owls, and they won 54-50. And then last night, you saw it here on Rogers Sports, the semifinal game, they defeated Richmond 65-62. The Huskies are led by number 14, Peter Vall, a 6-foot guard, a senior. There you see him, Terry. This guy can light it up and take control of the game.
Last night hit some big three-pointers and got the winner over Richmond in that semifinal game.
Number 22, there you see him, Sean Rabjak Singh. We'll call him the big unit because he is big, 6'10".
6'10" listed. Some say he's 6'11", maybe 7 feet. He'll be going on somewhere. He's very agile.
Number 11, Davis Sanchez. What do you know about him, Terry?
Davis Sanchez, what a guard he is. He's quick. He's a quarterback out there. Watch for Davis Sanchez on the three-point. He can shoot as well.
And number 12, Clark Haynes, a 6'5" forward. He'll be back next year.
Great passer. Great around the post position. Clark, watch for him to get underneath and get open on the outside.
The Huskies have a deep bench, and a player we might see come off the bench is Neil McQuaid.
And Neil came off the bench last night first, and he was very instrumental in that win over Richmond.
Now the head coach of the North Delta Huskies is Tyler Kushner, and this guy, he knows his football, he knows his basketball. He's an all-around good coach.
Well, an SFU grad, Tyler Kushner was here 2 years ago when Bill Edwards was the coach then, when the North Delta Huskies won their 3rd championship title here at the BCs.
And we talked to Tyler, and he had these comments on tonight's big game.
You can expect to see two teams that know each other pretty well, probably as well as anybody will. The score is 2-2 between us. I don't think there's a lot of secrets now. It's come down this time of year. You can't do anything really new. Here's what we do.
It's time to rock and roll.
Let's rock. You got it.
Indeed, time to rock and roll. Terry, you have more on this Husky team, a team that is hungry to win again tonight like they did in 1990.
That's right, and as I mentioned, they have won 3 times. This team is definitely hungry to win tonight. 5 losses just for the Huskies this year. They are the Fraser Valley champions. They won 2 games over the Terry Fox Ravens. However, they lost 2 games. Well, how did the rest of their season go? Well, we had a look on the week during the week here on a little bit more on the North Delta Huskies.
North Delta is 6 seconds away from their 3rd ever basketball championship.
They gotta watch this, somebody didn't get hurt here.
The North Delta Huskies are BC's best in 1990. They defeat Richmond 75-66.
No stranger to a BC championship title is the North Delta Husky program. Last year's rebuild produced a fine crop of athletes for this year's #1 ranked club. If there's a strong point of the Huskies' season, it was winning the Fraser Valley Championships over Terry Fox to claim #1. With just 5 losses, I would say they've had a pretty good season.
How do you expect to do at the BCs?
Well, I expect that we'll do very well. That's part of being successful is believing in ourselves, and we've always done that. So, if we play to our capabilities, I think we'll do well.
For the Huskies to do well, the tempo has to be the key. With David Sanchez at guard, the confidence of the Huskies will grow starting from here. Peter Vall is the strongest defensive forward, but can also score. Number 15, Jeff White, is a grade 11 and is the Husky power forward at 6'4". And at 6'5", number 12, Clark Haynes, is the perimeter shooter any team would like. And if you thought the Huskies were big, what about 6'10", grade 12, Sean Ramjag Singh? The Ram Jam is very agile, and guess what? He leads the team in rebounds too.
How do you expect to do at the BCs this year?
We expect to go all the way. Anything else, we don't want to settle for anything less than that.
What do you have to do to win the BCs?
Well, we'll have a couple tough games for sure. So we have to pull together as a team and everybody come out to play.
The Husky style probably sits as the best weapon of all teams. If a team wants to play defense, North Delta can turn to offense. If they want to play offense, they can turn to defense. Their versatility is a big reason why they're rated #1.
All right, the North Delta Huskies have a winning percentage of about 77% in tournament play. And now we're going to turn our attention and talk about the Terry Fox Ravens. This is a team, they know how to play basketball. Let's take a look now at how they got here. They defeated Caledonia in a rout, 111-62. They followed up that by beating the St. Michael's University Blue Devils, the defending champions, 104-47. And then last night defeated the Fighting Irish of Vancouver College, 89-69. Now when you talk about the Ravens, you start with two players. Number 20, Dave Morgan, 23 points last night. He's a 6'7" center.
Very instrumental along the glass. Very big height. He was the man who was doing it all last night to Vancouver College, picking off the rebounds.
And number 12, possibly the best player in BC, Brett Anderson.
Offensively, 29 points last night versus the college. Brett Anderson, a great athlete, a dual sports type.
And number 13, Vic Gregor, a 5'10" guard.
Hey, we've said it before about this guy. 2 years ago, he didn't even make the grade 9 team, and here he is, the leading guard on the Ravens.
Number 10, John Murphy's the point guard. He's the court general out there.
John's a great shooter outside. Watch for him to get the ball. He'll be starting tonight. Also a good passer.
And number 21, don't mess with this guy, Chris Zarga.
Chris has great upper body strength. Watch Chris around the glass. Any team would want this guy for his rebounding capabilities.
And the head coach, there you see him, a great guy, Don Vanos, excellent basketball coach. The thing about Don is we caught up to him and we asked him about tonight's big game, the championship final for his Terry Fox Ravens.
We've had some battles with North Delta this year. We're 2-2. It's a fitting end, number 1 versus number 2. We've been rotating back and forth in those positions. We're looking forward to the opportunity to play for the championship.
Don Vanos, head coach of the Terry Fox Ravens. And Terry, you have more on this Ravens team for us.
That's right. The Terry Fox Ravens this year, 37 wins and 5 losses. 2 weeks ago, before they entered the Fraser Valley Championships, the Ravens had a number on the dressing room, 10. That would be how many games it would take to get to the championship final. Well, that number tonight is 0. They are here. Will they do it again? Well, let's find out more about the Terry Fox Ravens.
With the Terry Fox Ravens' early season ranking of number 1, they had the task of living up to everybody's expectations. Each and every game would test the Ravens' skills. The skills to be able to be as ready as any team going up against them would be. With a record of 37-4, it is safe to say they have not disappointed many.
What's the pressure been like being ranked 1 and 2 all season long?
It's almost been enjoyable in the sense that it's brought some recognition to our program, and more importantly to the school of Terry Fox and the community of Port Coquitlam. We've got a great staff and a great administration. It gives us a lot of support, and we've got a great community in Port Coquitlam who gives us a lot of support. So although there's the pressure that you have to excel, it's been a positive pressure that we've been able to transform into getting some positive recognition for our community.
How do the Ravens look? Well, number 21, Chris Zarka, has great hands, especially around the backboards. His rebounding would be an asset to any team. Number 20, Dave Morgan, is just a grade 11, and at 6'8", he is the biggest Raven, and is one reason why the Ravens are expected to be the number 2 rated team next year. Also back next year is number 13, Vic Gregor. Vic's junior year has seen him first out of the change room for every game. A workhorse, he can be seen in the gym every morning shooting baskets. Number 14, Jason McIver, will also be back next year. At 6'1", he is a dual sports athlete, as well as number 12, Brett Anderson. At the end of this year, Brett expects to entertain offers for a basketball-football combination scholarship. The number 1 rated player in the province, he is a big key to a team that expects to do well at the BCs.
We expect to win, no doubt about it. We're not here to take second place or anything. We have a little revenge on our mind, and we're looking to do big things here.
If the Ravens expect to win, they'll have to play hard. And the formula would be for everyone to be going at full tilt. If they do, this group of fine athletes could live up to their billing as the number 1 rated team.
Well, there you have it, folks. Terry Fox Ravens against the North Delta Huskies. Need we say more? It's time to play basketball. But before we get to the starting lineups and actually see some basketball action here, let's go to the gentlemen that are going to help us out on the sidelines and the stands. Nothing but trouble, Ozzie Owens and Steve Erickson.
Wow, thank you very much, Rich and Terry, Steve Erickson, and myself. Steve, we missed you last night. What happened there?
I wasn't in town. I was down in L.A., taking a little bit of basketball, a little bit of hockey, a lot of action down there.
L.A., nice deal. Nice. Well, I tell you, you missed some great action last night. I thought the North Delta Richmond game was especially exciting. A great finish to that one, and I think we're in for a real good one tonight with Delta and Terry Fox.
Oh, no doubt, Delta and Terry Fox met a little while ago. Delta come out the victor. It's going to be interesting because the place is filling up. It's just jam-packed. Going to be a lot of entertaining basketball here.
No doubt about it. You got some tricks up your sleeve tonight?
No, all I want to make sure is you get out of here without getting punched tonight.
Yeah, jeez. Caught one last night from the Fighting Irish mascot. John gave me a shot in the beak, but that's okay. I think we'll get out of it tonight, no problem. I'll be up in the stands talking to some fans and some parents, and Steve will be courtside doing some interviews as well. Back to Rich and Terry.
All right, great seats for those two gentlemen. I'll bet you that they'll get kicked out of this game before the night's over.
Those guys are trouble.
All right, prediction time, Terry. Who's going to win, Terry Fox or North Delta?
Who's going to win? That's going to be a tough one. Right now, I can say the North Delta's won 3 championships. The Terry Fox Ravens haven't won one. Both teams are so evenly matched. It's almost like flipping a coin, but I've got to pick a winner. I'm going to go with Terry Fox.
All right, thank you, Terry. We'll see you at halftime. All right, the men that'll call the action tonight, led by play-by-play announcer Dan Russell. He's joined by Jay Triano and Bill Wilms, and we'll go to them now for their pregame comments.
Thank you, Rich. Tonight we bring you one of the most anticipated finals in many years, as these two teams spent most of the year either number 1 or number 2. But finally they get to settle it on the floor, and we're really looking forward to it. Jay, what's going to be the key of this game?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I know that the rivalry has been so big that there's going to be a lot of intensity out there. Both teams, they're familiar with each other. It's just going to be a matter of which team can execute.
Bill, Sean Ramchang Singh, the big North Delta player, has been held to 8 points the last 2 games. Do you feel if he has a big game tonight, it might be enough to push North Delta over the top?
I think it's important that he does have a big game. He's been held to some very few points the last 2 games, but it really tells you quite a bit, I think, about the North Delta offense, that they can move the ball around on various people and still be successful. But I think for North Delta to have a real good chance tonight, he's got to come up big.
As we've been talking about, this is the rubber match between these two teams. Each have won twice, but Jay, no team has won 2 in a row.
No, that's right. I mean, it started off with Terry Fox winning the first one, and North Delta coming back and winning the next one. Fox wins in the Fraser Valley playoffs, and then in the Fraser Valley finals, North Delta wins. So it's back and forth. If things go according, it should be Fox's turn to win. However, I mean, this is the BC High School Championships. It's an exciting event for these teams. They've played against each other. They've been ranked 1 and 2 all year.
Brett Anderson is going to be talked about a lot tonight. We've already spoken about him, a multi-sports athlete, Bill, who can just do it all.
Boy, he's very talented. And you know, Brett Anderson was held to 9 points the last time these two teams played in the Fraser Valley Championship. And I think that could be very important tonight, too. I think sure Jay would agree that he's got to come up big for the Terry Fox team. And, we're just looking at some of the matchups that Jay has on his lineup sheet here. It looks like a great game tonight.
Jay, tell me, how did they hold him tonight?
Well, I'm not sure. I didn't see the game, and we were participating in the game that night. But I think that, they're focused their defense on Brett Anderson, and Brett even admitted himself that he didn't have a great game. He came back after that, and the first game of this tournament, which was their next game, they scored 43. He had something to prove, and since then he's been online, and he's had a great tournament to date.
Well, it's the culmination of a great week of basketball here in the final. Earlier tonight, the consolation final was held between last night's losing teams in the semifinals, and as you can see, Vancouver College defeated the Richmond Colts 93-79. And Bill, it's the first time ever Richmond's finished 4th.
That's it. As many times as they've been in the tournament last several years, they've sort of, as you alluded to, I think last night, they've kind of been the Edmonton Oilers of the BC High School basketball playoffs. For them to finish 4th, I think, is a rather disappointing year for them at this level. I think Coach Disbrow wasn't that pleased last night, but I'll tell you, it sure bodes well for their team for next year.
We saw great games last night, especially North Delta's win over Richmond. It was an emotional finish. We're just moments away from the starting lineups being announced here at the P&E Agrodome, and we'll pick up those in just a second. But a big factor, and we'll hear his name announced in a moment, was Peter Ball last night for North Delta.
Peter Ball can shoot the 3-point shot, and he did a real good job of it last night, hitting the crucial one in the last minute of play, which put North Delta from down 2 to up 1.
we are getting set now for the start of the introductions here at the PNE Agrodome in the AAA Basketball Championship as North Delta and Terry Fox do battle for the final game of the year. Let's go to our PA announcer right now.
Visiting black uniforms, the Terry Fox Ravens. And in the home gold jerseys, the North Delta Huskies. Let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Terry Fox Ravens, starting at guard, 5'11" senior number 10, John Murphy. Also at guard, 5'10" junior number 13, Vic Grigor. At the post, 6'8" junior number 20, Dave Morgan. At forward, 6'3" senior number 21, Chris Zarka. And at forward, 6'4" senior number 12, Brett Anderson. The Ravens are coached by Mr. Don Van Oz, Mr. Rich Chambers, Mr. Wade Luke, Mr. J.J. Hyde, and Mr. Mike Hyde. And now for the North Delta Huskies, starting at guard, 5'11", junior number 11, Davis Sanchez. At forward, 6'5", junior number 12, Clark Haynes. At guard, 6' senior number 14, Peter Ball. At forward, 6'4", junior number 15, Jeff White. And at forward, at 6'10", senior number 22, Sean Ramjagsing. The Huskies are coached by Mr. Tyler Kushner.
The North Delta Huskies and Terry Fox Ravens about to do battle with Sean Ramjagsing and Brett Anderson leading their respective teams. But you get the feeling, as you always do at this time, it's going to take more than those big guys. Somebody unlikely is likely going to step forward.
Well, I think so. I think that we got some real good matchups, and that even maybe one of the unsung players, maybe a Chris Zarka, or a Murphy, or a Peter Ball will come through.
Here we go, the opening tip-off, Dave Morgan against Ramjagsing, and we are underway. The final game for 1993, and Terry Fox shooting left to right in the dark jerseys. Our first to get the ball with Vic Grigor. Now John Murphy. John Murphy, number 10. Brett Anderson, 12. Grigor, as Anderson puts it up and in. Brett Anderson scoring his first 2 points of the night. And now we watch North Delta go to the attack for the first time.
And there's a pretty good matchup right there, Jay. 22 gold and 20 black.
Yep, they played against each other earlier this season. Morgan and Ramjagsing.
What are the big matchups in your opinion here?
Well, I think Sean Ramjagsing and Dave Morgan is a big matchup, and also the point guard situation, Vic Grigor and Davis Sanchez.
Terry Fox leading 2-0 in the early stages here. John Murphy, their guard, number 10. Got the ball back again, now dishes it off over to Grigor. Grigor puts the ball out of bounds. It goes out of bounds to North Delta. And this jam-packed PNE Agrodome is already noisy in the early stages. It is a sellout. They are jammed to the rafters here. And already the North Delta coach Tyler Kushner has his flashcards as we watch Sanchez put it up and in. And we're tied. Tyler Kushner, the coach, uses cue cards or flashcards because of the noise here at the Agrodome to communicate to his players.
Jay, what do you look for early in the game when you're coaching or even out there playing as these kids are now? Are they just kind of like boxers feeling each other out? Are you looking for some openings, or just what is it going through the kids' minds?
Well, you're trying to figure out what type of defense they're in, whether they're going to change their defenses, whether they're going to stay with a man or whether they're going to stay with a zone. North Delta started in a 2-3 zone, and Terry Fox is coming on man. It'll be interesting to see if they make any changes.
4-2 in the early going for Terry Fox as it's put out of bounds. Clark Haynes thought Sanchez would continue his run, but he stopped, and therefore the ball went out of the bounds to the Ravens. These teams know each other so well, having played 4 previous meetings. They've been anticipating this matchup. 3-point try misses. They've been anticipating this matchup, not just this week, but for many months. And it's come to fruition. And now there's 40 minutes on the floor to decide it all. Sanchez, who was great defensively last night, off the Peter ball. Clark Haynes, everyone trying to get a touch of the ball. Sanchez, Haynes, Vol White, and Ramjag Singh, the 5 starters for the gold-shirted North Delta team. The big guy, Ram Jam, gets his first 2. Nice pass underneath. Zarka has 4 points. A football linebacker with linebacking mentality, but very soft hands as well.
Well, he had 16 points game 1, 18 game 2, and 10 in game 3, Dan. So he's been doing his share of the work, putting the ball in the basket.
Peter Ball answers that one, and now the players are starting to get their early scoring touch. It's 6-6 in the early going. Underneath it goes to Anderson. He gets his own rebound, and it falls.
Started off real well. He's done a good job putting a couple shots in and getting some offensive rebounds.
And a lot of players are contributing in the early going. Everyone's getting an early touch. Three-point try. Clark Haynes. There's the first 3-pointer of the night. It won't be the last.
They tell us he's a very underrated ball player, number 12, Clark Haynes.
Gregor plays it over to Morgan. Does not fall, but quickly on the rebound with Zarka. We may have our first foul. It's an offensive foul. It's Zarka gets his first. And here's a look at it again. Zarka a little too anxious for this rebound. He pushed off his man Sanchez. Ramjag Singh does not fall. We have another foul.
I believe that one's on Brett Anderson.
You're right. His first. Little huddle being taken by North Delta. What would they be talking about real quickly over there?
Well, early in the game, they're probably trying to calm each other down and just tell them to just keep executing what we're doing, reaffirm what offense or which defense they're in.
Terry Fox set to make a substitution. Jason McIver may be coming in.
Dan, Coach Tyler Kushner came over here to make sure he found out who that foul was on. Does it mean much at this stage in the game that the foul is on Brett Anderson, Jay?
Well, I think anytime the top 2 players, Anderson or Ramjag Singh, get in foul trouble, it's going to be a factor in this contest.
Stolen ball for North Delta. It's 10-8 in the early going for the Huskies. Peter Ball back to Sanchez, back to ball, 3-point try. Good! He hit the big 3-pointer last night with 81 seconds to go on the clock, the game-winning basket, and he's picked up right where he left off. Murphy tries from 3-point range. It's well off the target, and a rebound for Sanchez. Boy, is it noisy in here. It's always noisy on the final night, but I don't remember it being this noisy this early. Ramjag Singh
Well, he is a factor so far in this game, Dan.
5 points. He only had 8 all of last night. Now we have a whistle stoppage. I think it's a timeout for Terry Fox. It is. 15-8, a frantic pace. 4:35 to go, first period. And Terry Fox calling a timeout.
And just looking at the big guy, Sean Ram-Jackson, he looks like he's playing with a little more emotion tonight as well.
Let's listen into the huddle for Terry Fox.
We're in the matchup, and we left the guy wide open, uncontested, out at the baseline for a three-pointer. I don't know who's got him, but it's got to be a forward. And we got to be thinking what we're doing. We got to pick up the pace here, the tempo. We really got to pick up the tempo. We got to get running. Let's pick up three-quarter man, okay, we're going to go back into 1-3-1. Three-quarter man back into 1-3-1. You got it? Okay.
That's Don Van Oss, the coach for Terry Fox. The other coach, Tyler Kushner, was talking about Peter Vall's play. He says Peter Vall has carried us through the whole playoffs. And we saw some early example of that as Vall hit a three-pointer just a couple of minutes ago. So you look at Peter Vall, and here's one of his three-point plays, Jay.
Yeah, Peter Vall has shot the ball extremely well. And North Delta, as a team, Peter Vall here in this case has attacked outside and they've attacked inside, and they look really good, and that's why they're leading right now.
Here he goes inside, Bill.
Jay, it might just be worth pointing out to our viewers that we've got the 2 3-point lines out there. When in fact, at the high school level, which is the 3-point line we're looking at?
The line that's closest to the basket is the high school line. The other line is when they played NBA exhibition games in here. That's the 3-point line for that.
That foul is on Peter Vall. That's his first.
2-1-2. 2-1-2.
And Terry Fox, after their huddle, trying to get an early basket here to cut the margin to 5. They're able to do so, and it's a chance for a three-point play as Morgan drains it.
That's a big play for Terry Fox. They're a little bit more aggressive coming out of that timeout. They've got inside, and they attacked it inside. They moved the ball around nicely. Morgan shoots it up, gets fouled.
Fouls on, here's a three-point play again. Fouls on Haynes underneath. Unable to complete the three-pointer. And now North Delta goes to the attack with ball. So confident with the ball. Now Haynes tries three. Does not fall. Rajat Singh. Boy, he's already had a huge game in the first quarter. 7 points already in the first few minutes.
I think he's made a bigger impact in the first 7 minutes here tonight than he has in any of the 2 previous games.
He's certainly playing a lot more aggressively.
Well, he's come to play.
Three-point try. Good. Brett Anderson. That's a big basket right now. That's the margin of 4. Big turnover. Here comes Terry Fox. Vic Gregor. Nice pass. Finished off by Dave Morgan. And it's a 2-point game.
Great pass by Gregor to see Morgan left open for a second there.
Sanchez tries to find someone underneath. He does, but unable to get the shot away was Jeff White. He was rejected. Quickly the other way, the ball turned over, and here comes Ball. Great action. 2:30 to go, first period. Sanchez has a notion to go for 3. Instead he gets it to Ball. Now a three-point try, does not fall. An attempt taken by Haynes. Ball goes out of bounds to Terry Fox. Little mascot in the way over there. A Husky for sure. And the ball to be inbounded by Dave Morgan.
And there's a simple cue card nobody can miss. A simple triangle, Coach Kushner held up. And I'll tell you, it wasn't a math class either. I guess you'd call it a diamond here, huh?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, we have plays that are called triangles, and there could be a diamond on defense that they're setting up. I'm not really sure. I was trying to watch the play and see what happens.
Fouls on Sean Ramjag Singh, his first foul, as he rejected Dave Morgan, but he did get his arm on him, so Morgan will go to the free throw line, and he has to look into a sea of hands. It's his own crowd down there. I don't know if we get a shot of it from the lower camera.
Coach Van Oss has gone to the cue cards too.
It's first year we've seen those.
1-3-1 it says.
At least there'll be no secrets for the other team. They can look exactly what kind of formation they're facing. 1-point game in favor of the Huskies. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Jeff White hits his first bucket. Fast the other way, Anderson. He's fouled on the way to the bucket.
Push 2.
There's Anderson taking it hard to the basket. Clark Haynes not quite getting over quick enough. Goes up and picks up his second foul. He's going to sit down for a while.
Second foul for Haynes. 1:23 to go in the first period. Brett Anderson on the free throw line. Anderson was held to 9 points last time these two teams played. Right now he's got 8 points, so he has a chance to equal what he did versus North Delta with this basket, and he does. It's a 2-point game. Ball goes out of bounds in favor of North Delta. Inbounded now by Sanchez. Great pass underneath. Sanchez found Jeff White. And it's 21-18 in the last minute of the first period. Anderson goes the other way. Anderson with 11 points.
You got to drop weak side. Come on.
Ball. Ball trying to drive to the basket. Now Sanchez has it. He dishes it off. Oh, it falls in and out for Craig Reddy. But they do get a fresh time on the clock, but there's only 15 seconds to go in the period. Last shot time. Sanchez with 9 seconds puts it up and in. Now there's 3 seconds. 2. Bench is telling him to shoot it. He puts it up and in. It counts. 3-pointers. Brett Anderson ties it at the buzzer, and that's just the first period of action.
At the buzzer. What a shot by Anderson. I don't think Brett was aware of the actual time on the clock.
Hey, listen.
His bench was standing up yelling. You can see them standing there yelling. He puts it up with a lot of arc on it because he's guarded closely, and it goes right through.
But when the guy's up here, he comes over here. You got to get up and ball pressure.
Wow, what a great shot.
Fall-away shot, and he's got a great touch and a great follow-through, and you saw his shot there.
We are tied after the first quarter of play. It's 23-23, and we're going down to the sidelines right now. And who's coming on in here? Is it? It's Steve with Bill? Go ahead.
Dan, Bill Disbrow, the coach for the Richmond team. 4th place finish. Were you pleased with the team performance this year, or did you expect a little higher?
Well, we thought we'd have a chance to win the whole thing, but I'm very pleased with the way we played. We were in
two real tough, emotional ball games, and we gave North Delta all they could handle last night, and we feel pretty good about where we are.
In the second half, you had a lot of second stringers, grade 11s. You had a lot of grade 11s on the team.
Well, we had a lot of grade 11s. We 8 of our first 9 for much of the year are grade 11s, so we're going to be tough. Tonight we decided we would play everybody. The other team didn't want to do that. I think we might have had a better chance of winning the game had we decided to stick with our starters, but we're going to be very, very tough next year. We're really looking forward to it, but I think we were very good this year, and I'm really pleased with the kids.
Okay, good. Thanks, Bill. Good luck next year with the team. Let's go upstairs to Ozzy.
All right, thanks a lot, Steve. Joanne Ward is the senior girls basketball coach and athletic director at Terry Fox. You must be very pleased with the boys' performance this year.
We're ecstatic that the boys have had such an outstanding season this year. It's been a tremendous boost to our school spirit at school. As you can see from the crowd tonight, there's a lot of Fox fans here, and we're hoping for our first championship ever in our school's history.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Ozzy. We're just underway here in the second quarter. It would be the first school championship for Terry Fox, if indeed they can win it. North Delta's won 3 championships, most recently a couple of years ago. And we should mention the Terry Fox School is in Port Coquitlam. It used to be the Port Coquitlam Senior Secondary, renamed after the great British Columbia hero Terry Fox. It was renamed the school in 1986. We're tied early in the second period. Anderson tries another three-pointer. He is hot now, 17 points.
Well, Brett's shooting the ball extremely well, and North Delta's going to have to get out on him a little bit more.
A big three-pointer at the end of the first period and a big three-pointer here at the start of the second has given the Ravens a 3-point lead after trailing most of the first quarter. Reddy underneath and in.
Good play by Craig Reddy. He's made things happen since he's come in off the bench tonight. He missed a little shot, but he fought and got his own rebound earlier and then hits that tough shot.
Anderson again misses from three-point range. Rigor underneath to Anderson. As you can see, 4 Delta players on him. 4 players from North Delta on Anderson, but he was fouled in the process. He has really taken over here.
He sure has. He makes a real good cut to get the ball inside and then pivots back into the traffic and draws a foul, goes up, and he'll shoot the free throws.
Foul on Jeff White. Here's another angle of the same play.
This may be a box and one that the North Delta's in. I'll have to watch it the next time down, but it looked like that time with Reddy on Anderson, they're playing a little bit of a box and one, trying to eliminate the number of points he's scored, or limit the number of points that he's going to score.
19 points. Don Van Oss, his cue card just says man right now, meaning man to man. They're really trying to force him now, aren't they?
Yeah, they've changed back to a man-to-man defense, and they've really put a lot of pressure on him.
3-point lead for the Ravens early in the second period. Reddy. Not much room. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Puts it up. Nowhere near the basket, but the rebound goes to North Delta. Foul underneath. I guess the foul is on the big guy, Morgan.
And it takes Craig Reddy to the line, Dan, and here's a guy that wants to go to Bible college next year and possibly play eventually some university basketball in Europe.
Morgan checks out as Zarka replaces him from the bench. Going to the free throw line is Craig Reddy. His first one hits a couple of rings but doesn't fall. 5 team fouls so far for North Delta. 3 for Terry Fox. When you get to your 8th, it's a shooting foul in the bonus situation in high school basketball. If you're just joining us, it's the championship game in the 48th annual BC High School AAA Championship. Dan Russell with Jay Triano and Bill Wilms watching Vic Grigor hit a three-pointer. It's now 31-26.
And he's in the gym every morning, 6 o'clock, shooting those kind of shots, I'm sure, before his first class starts at 8:30.
Graham checks This place is buzzing over that one. The slam dunk, and it can have a big effect on your team.
Well, he had 3 of those in the Kelowna game in the first half.
The flashcards, I don't know if the flash says slam dunk on it or not, but Morgan's back in the game. Or getting set to come back.
Yeah, exactly. Coach not leaving Morgan out there too long, is he? Get him right back in the game.
It's a 3-point lead for Terry Fox. This basket will not count.
Sorry, Dan. The Ramjam Singh trying to take advantage of Morgan being out of there, pushing inside, and Zarka can't do a whole lot other than try to muscle him out and gets called for the foul there.
And that's the second foul for Zarka. We'll notice the haircut on the inbounding player here, Craig Reddy. Got the ND carved right into his hair, or where the hair used to be. Reddy puts it underneath the Ramjak Singh. He's got 11 now.
Real nice play by Sean. Keeps the ball up and scores real quick for a big guy.
Gregor, number 13, setting up this play. Now foul again. Foul is on Craig Reddy. Watch it right here. A quick push on Anderson here. So they'll inbound it. Bill mentioned Vic Gregor, who gets up every morning and shoots baskets. He was born in Romania. His family owns a pizza outlet out in Port Coquitlam. He number 13.
The amazing thing is he couldn't make his junior team 2 years ago.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Boy, he's come a long way. That's him with the ball right now.
Well, the coach says when the ball's in Vic's hands, it's likely to end up in the right hands after that.
3-point try doesn't fall. Ramjak Singh on the defensive rebound. The big guys have come to play tonight, guys.
They sure have. We've seen a great matchup inside.
There he is again!
Oh! Now, tell you what, Dan, the small guys have come to play, too. They're pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was a great play by Sanchez to get inside and find Ramjak Singh.
So after Brett Anderson, the star of Terry Fox, hit a couple big three-pointers to give the Ravens a lead, Ramjak Singh has answered with a couple slam dunks.
Now there he backed right off of Morgan, didn't he? I don't think he could take the chance of getting a foul called.
The score is 33 to 32. It's close, and we expect it to be close most of the night. We've expected it to be close all week. "11 seconds on the shot clock for Peter Vall. To Ramjak Singh. He likes the slam, but he couldn't hit from out there. Ball goes out of bounds to the Huskies. North Delta wants a timeout. 5 minutes, 2 seconds to go. First period. Check that second period. Here at the Peony Agrodome, and the score is 33 to 32.
You know, it's uncanny how these two teams compare. They each lost to each other twice. They each lost to 2 U.S. schools. They each lost 1 game to Maple Ridge. And here after well into the ball game in the final, they really haven't decided a whole lot. There's a 1-point difference between them.
Let's listen in to Tyler Kushner in the North Delta huddle.
Get out on him. See what good things happen when you're out pressuring the ball.
Rich Chambers handling this huddle. This is the... okay, yeah, we have the wrong huddle here, but that's the Terry Fox huddle with Rich Chambers and Don Van Oss. And Don Van Oss, who has a wireless microphone, elected to turn it off for this one. No secrets allowed even for us. And there's the other coach, Tyler Kushner, and his clipboard. He used to play for the SFU varsity team and played for Delta as well. This is his 3rd year as a coach for North Delta. Let's look at the slam dunk by Ramjam.
Well, that was Sean there. That's the play I talked about earlier where he caught the ball, doesn't bring the ball down where a guard or a smaller player can take it, keeps the ball up nice and high, lays it in real quick. And that's why we talk about him being such a great athlete. despite the fact he's 6'10", he's very quick footwork and very quick with his hands.
Sanchez. Boy, he made some big defensive plays yesterday. Really can control it. The ball, three-point try. Does not fall. Jeff White lost the rebound. And back come the Ravens. 1 point lead right now for Terry Fox. Mason McIver, number 14, a non-starter, came into the game. Shot goes in and out, does not fall. Rebound, that does fall, as Steve Penner, also in off the bench, gets his first basket.
It's going to take players like Penner and Morgan to start scoring and Grigor a little bit, because North Delta is in a box and one, and they're really, Reddy's doing a great job following Anderson everywhere he goes.
Offensive rebound for Ramjag Singh, and now a foul underneath. I believe it's on either Morgan or Penner. It is Penner. And they'll be going to the free throw line.
Stepping out, he's moving.
As we look at it once more. Ramjag Singh has 13 points to lead North Delta. Brett Anderson has 19 points to lead Terry Fox. Another one for Sean. If he makes this one, it's again a 1 point lead for Terry Fox. Boy, he's got a lot on his ball today. Great touch for Sean Ramjag Singh. Grigor dishes it off. Penner, rebound, goes to North Delta. Those defensive rebounds can turn to be very costly down the stretch. It could be big things if you can get your share of them. Boy, they're on ball in a real hurry, aren't they? As soon as he gets the ball, they're right in his face.
Well, McIver's done a real good job to holding Peter Vall down since he's come into the game.
Well, you know, the coach said that he thought that Jason McIver might be an essential ingredient to win the championship. Number 14.
That's Jeff White. Number 15, as you look at him, he scored his 6th point there. 36-35 in favor of North Delta as they regain the lead here. There's a chance underneath for Penner, and now Terry Fox leads by 1. The lead has gone back and forth a few times already. There's under 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Ready. Over to Haynes, in.
Jeff White, I think, wasn't it?
Correct, you're right.
And those aren't boos. His nickname is Moose, and the North Delta fans yell Moose when he makes a shot.
8 points for the Moose so far. Foul on Reddy underneath as Anderson is hitting the top of the head.
Hold 7, right there.
Terry Fox has really had a tough time getting Anderson the ball. This is one instance where they get him the ball and he gets fouled, but in that box and one, he's had a real hard time finding open places where he can get the ball.
There's the replay underneath.
Anderson hasn't scored, I don't think, fellas, since 8:09 of this period, which is almost 6 minutes.
And boy, was he on fire in the early going of the second period. We have a timeout here. There's the score, 38-37. It is a jam-packed P&E Agrodome. They are standing in all corners of this facility, which has hosted this tournament for the better part of the last 12 years. And we see a Fraser Valley final and a provincial final of a rematch here between Terry Fox and North Delta. So many people come from the Valley as we listen in on the North Delta hub.
Triangles, let's look to get the ball in the middle. If it's not there, feel this guy and look for that diagonal. Okay? Flash him, get out, then if the ball's here, this guy comes up. We got it, that'll be there. Okay? They're in their zone. Let's go with triangles. Okay? If you're man to man, we go 1-3-1, 2-3. Huskies, man to man, we're 1-3-1.
Geez, Jay, I'd love a telestrator so that maybe you could explain to our viewers some of the things they talk about in the huddle. Like I noticed the notes that we've had, like box plus one and a triangle and diamond and all the rest of the terminology that goes along with basketball. It's easy for you guys to understand, but maybe not so great for our viewers always. But maybe that's something that we can look at in the future. A telestrator for our crew up here.
Take it easy.
Well, here's one of the two slam dunks we saw earlier tonight.
That's a great play by Sanchez. He drives into the middle, and three players converge on him. He dishes off to Sean for the dunk.
Morgan. Gregor. Anderson. Up. Does not fall. Rebound Huskies. Approaching 2 minutes left. Second period. It's a 1-point game in favor of the team with the ball, the North Delta Huskies. Working around. Sanchez, Ramjag Singh's loose underneath, they can't give him the ball. Again, just 8 seconds on that shot clock. They'll have to get it away now. They do. White puts it up and in. 3-pointer. He's got a nice touch, doesn't he?
Jeff's a great shooter, and he's really come through here.
Yeah, kind of a little unsung hero getting all these points in the first half for North Delta. Penner puts it up and in. He now has 6 off the bench. And again, it's a 2-point lead. I noticed North Delta uses most of their shot clock. They're 30 seconds, whereas Terry Fox, they seem to get their shots away a little faster.
Terry Fox wants an up-tempo. We heard in the very first time out that they wanted to create a little bit of an up-tempo game.
A foul underneath. Foul is on Terry Fox's Dave Morgan. He has 2 now, as you watch it again. Morgan just kind of bumped into Ramjag Singh. Tough foul to take.
Terry Fox defense is going to continue to have problems when they allow Sanchez to penetrate. Again, Sanchez was allowed to penetrate into the lane and create that play.
Ramjag Singh puts his first one up and in. Not surprisingly, his favorite basketball player is Shaquille O'Neal. He's not alone. And Ramjak says that he gets more into the game when they're tight. He likes the tight game, so he's got to love this one.
And he sure is performing in this one when it is a tight game.
He now has 17. Fred Anderson, who, as Bill alluded to, hasn't scored in a while, has 19. Are they doing something different on Anderson now?
Yeah, they're not going to play in the box and one, but Anderson still wasn't able to get open, but McIver hits a nice shot.
Sure does. We're in the final minute of the first half. There's only 1 score clock here, so North Delta is facing it. It can be a factor late in the half, and especially late in the game with 1 score clock, only on the side which is facing North Delta. 28 seconds to go. Ramjam with traffic. Does a victory lap, but won't fall.
Boy, that was a tough pass to get that ball into him.
Now a traveling violation turns it over with 20 seconds to go.
That's a great defensive play by David Sanchez there to see the fast break starting. He jumps up, gets in the way of Gregor, hears his footsteps, and travels. Kind of blocked on the view there by Dave Morgan.
It's last shot time here, and North Delta wants to do it at the last shot. It looks like 11 seconds to go. We'll count it down for you. Now 5 seconds, 4, 2 seconds. Can they get it up? No, they didn't get it up. Not in time. And so the first half ends 43-41 in favor of North Delta. Bill, it's everything we would have hoped.
Oh, I don't think you can ask for more. I mean, anybody that's glued to their TV sets in this one, I'm sure, is not going to go too far away come second halftime, because really these two teams haven't decided one blessed thing and have had a rivalry that goes back right to the start of the season. So what more can you ask? And the greatest spectacle in high school sports in British Columbia, and here we are at the Agrodome enjoying it.
Jay, what did you think of the first half?
Well, I thought we saw so many lead changes. It's just indicative of how close these teams are and have been throughout the year, and just a great first half.
Saw more points than I thought we might see.
Yes, we did.
Okay, let's go to the sidelines now to continue our halftime festivities, and come on in, Rich.
All right, thank you, Dan. What a game indeed. We have a championship game. It's a 2-point North Delta lead at halftime, and we're here at our Rogers Control Studio. And now we're going to go around the P&E Agrodome here. We're going to find out what Steve Erickson and Ozzie Owens and Terry Murray are doing. And let's now go to Terry Murray, who has the Vancouver Province's Howard Samura.
And Howard, a very good first half in favor of the North Delta Huskies. Great first half for basketball. You picked it all year long. Number 1, North Delta. Terry Fox, number 2. They'd be here. What about Ramjag Singh in that first half? That's a
well, Sean had a good first half, and I think both Brett and he have 17 points each. Looks like Sean's owning Dave right now. Dave Morgan, the big guy inside for Terry Fox. Maybe Sean's just got a little bit too much quickness inside, and he's got the 17 points and playing very well right now.
And Brett Anderson hit a great jumper fade away for 3 points there at the end of the first quarter. Can we expect Brett to turn it up a little bit in this second half?
Yeah, I think what North Delta did was a box and one defense on Brett, and that really shut him down. Over about the last 8 minutes of the quarter, I don't think Brett had a hoop. So they're going to have to find a way to get Brett open in the second half in order to be really effective.
What are the North Delta Huskies doing defensively to shut down Brett Anderson?
Well, like I said, it is a box and one defense. They're basically in a zone defense, and they've got one guy chasing Brett around and trying to deny him the ball, and it's been quite effective, as I mentioned.
One more quick question, Howard. Last night, you did predict the Terry Fox Ravens to beat the North Delta Huskies. Right now, they trail. Can they come back in the second half?
Yes, I think they can. Of course, the key is going to be, can Brett Anderson get open and continue to hit the shots? Both teams are shooting the ball so well right now, we'll have to see, but I think Terry Fox will pull it out.
Super, Howard. Congratulations on a great job all year long covering basketball, and we look forward to it.
Appreciate it.
Okay, let's go back to Rich Lodwick. Rich.
All right, thank you, Terry. Indeed, what a first half it was. Sean Ramjag Singh, the big unit with two-handed jams. I'll tell you, this guy is really coming on. He's got 17 points and brought the crowd to its feet. All right, let's go to Ozzie Owens, and we're going to take a look at that one of those slam dunks right now. You'll see it here. Ramjag Singh all alone. Oh, baby, the cap back on the bottle, and then he followed that up a little bit later with another one. So he has definitely stepped it up. Keep in mind, last night in the semifinals, Ramjag Singh only had 8 points. He's got 17 in the first half. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep that up in the second half. Okay, we're going to go around. We're going to check with Steve Erickson and Ozzie Owens, and they're out there somewhere. They still haven't been kicked out. But folks, if you get a chance, check out Ozzie's tie, because if an usher catches him with that ugly thing, he's out of here. Ozzie? Where the heck is Ozzie?
Here I am. Here.
Well, I guess we're not going to. Caught me off guard there. There you see the cheerleaders. We're at halftime here. Give you an idea of the atmosphere right now. 43-41, North Delta leading at this time. And now, finally, let's go to Ozzie. Ozzie, big guy.
All right, thank you very much, Rich. You see, I'm a bit confused right now. I thought that these cheerleaders were with the Ravens, but they're not. So we're going to concentrate on Walt the Raven here, and he's going to get his gang going. Here we go. Come on down here. Come on down here. It's more like a Sasquatch, but hey. Well, hey, they're down a couple points, but they have a lot of spirit. We'll check out the other side in just a bit, all right? Back to Rich.
All right, thanks, Ozzie. Okay, couple of things. In case you missed it, let's talk about the slam dunk contest. Last night in the semifinals between Game 1 and Game 2, the slam dunk contest was held, and the winner was from the Argyle Pipers, Dave Christensen. And some of the other competitors included Colin Inman of WJ Mowat and Andy Here from Norkham Saints, just to name a few. Okay, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have more for you. It's halftime of the championship game of the BC AAA Basketball Championships. North Delta with a 2-point lead at halftime. Welcome back. We're at halftime of the BC Provincial Championship game. Your score at halftime, 43-41. North Delta with the lead over Terry Fox. Let me quickly go over some statistics here. We've got Brett Anderson with 17 points for the Ravens. Sean Rabsack-Jane also with 17. Jeff White coming off the bench has 11. All right, now let's go over to Dan, Jay, and Bill, and they've got their halftime comments and some highlights.
Okay, thank you very much, Rich. It was a great first half, as everyone who's been watching knows, but in the second half here, as we get set to preview it, I think that the big guys obviously been prominent, but Peter Vall has really been a little quiet for North Delta.
Yeah, he did it. He hit his first shot, and then Terry Fox has done a very good job of denying him the ball. I think Jason McIver came in and did a pretty decent job at the top of the 1-3-1 or when they went man on Peter Vall.
And here is Peter Vall getting one of his layup shots. Drives hard to the basket.
That's a real nice drive. He goes real hard, and Terry Fox can't get the help side over quick enough.
There's Sanchez doing some work for North Delta. He's so clever with the ball, isn't he?
See what he does. He occupies 3 Terry Fox players and then dishes off to Sean, who comes through with a big dunk.
All right, keys to the second half, guys. What do you think there, Jay?
Well, I think the big players have got to keep playing for their respective teams. I mean, they both, Brett Anderson and Sean Ramjack-Singh, have both got 17 points, and they're dominant with their team right now. I think Brett slowed down a little bit in the second quarter of this game, and Sean picked it up a bit, so it's going to have to turn the tide again.
Here's one of the 3-pointers Brett Anderson hit early, but as Bill mentioned, he kind of got a little quiet on the score sheet, finishing with 17 in the first half.
Well, and as Jay and Howard pointed out, it had quite a bit to do with the defense that was thrown up against them.
Okay, now as we get set for the start of the second half here, the teams are on the floor now having a little bit of a go-around. Is North Delta really pleased in the position they're in right now? I mean, they were the #1 ranked team at the end of the season, but you know, you get the feeling talking to people prior to this game that Terry Fox was slightly favored tonight.
Yeah, I think that most people had Terry Fox favored. North Delta's got to be feeling pretty good. They've got a 2-point lead. I think both teams are feeling pretty good. They scored a lot of points. 43-41 is a lot of points. Offensively, if they're not having a problem scoring, it's going to be which team can play tough defense in this half to take over.
Okay, let's look at some of the statistics of that first half coming up on your screen. And boy, the shooting percentage, you just couldn't ask for anything better than that. 61% from the floor in favor of North Delta. Very close, 59%. There's the 3-point percentage. Any surprises jump out at you guys?
I think the rebounds, I was a little bit surprised that North Delta has done that good a job on the boards, or that Terry Fox hasn't done that good a job. But when you shoot 61%, there's not a lot of defensive rebounds to come off for Terry Fox to get a lot of boards.
We mentioned Sanchez a couple of minutes ago. Davis Sanchez had 4 points in the first half, but he's not called upon for the points all the time, although he got a couple there. He sets up an awful lot with his assists.
And he's not going to hit a lot of shots from outside, Dan. He's gonna have to penetrate like he does and create, and he knows his limitations, and he's done a very good job in the first half.
Okay, if we get down to the bench, not that anyone's in foul trouble yet. In fact, you look down the sheet, there's only 2 fouls max to any of the key guys. Get down to the bench, down the stretch, who might have an edge there, if any?
Well, Penner seems to have come in for Terry Fox and scored 6 points in the first half off their bench. Reddy's come in and done a real good job defending Brett Anderson. So I think so far we've seen limited players for each team, but the guys that have come in have done and contributed.
Oh, we've seen some excellent things. We're getting set for the start of the second half now. They've actually delayed things a little bit here. Bill, you can't get over the atmosphere at the BC High School Tournament. I mean, these people have come and jam-packed the Peony Agrodome tonight, but you and I and Jay have been sitting here year after year, and it's the same story every year.
Well, and the amazing thing, Dan, is that place was this full 2.5 hours ago. People were packed in here for the consolation game, and it really tells you a lot about the basketball fever in this city at this time of year, and it's just great to see. It's great to be a part of it. I've said several times, if you've never watched an awful lot of basketball all year long, this is the place to be in March.
Sure is. Now, it's also the place to be for scouts, and Simon Fraser University is coached by the guy between us, Bill. Jay Triano, you have your eye on 2 of the big guys here, obviously, and Anderson and Sean Ramjack-Singh. Are they the most sought-after players here, and what do you think SFU's chances are of landing one or both of them?
Well, I hope our chances are pretty good. I know that they're both quality players from what we've seen tonight, but they're also quality students, which is required at the university level now, and they can both are academically acceptable to get into Simon Fraser, and we're recruiting both of them, and I hope we get a chance to get both of them.
You look for a lot of things, but do you look for your guy to slam dunk?
Oh, I think he could do that up with the altitude up at Simon Fraser on the mountain there. He could get up even higher than that.
Yeah, and he is a straight A student, as is Brett Anderson. And here are guys that are not just going to squeeze in the door at university. You know, they're going to come in with a full head of steam, and hopefully they can make a great impact on the college basketball program.
All right, let's go down to the sidelines right now. I think we're going to hear from John McKeechee of British Columbia Television.
It's John McKeechee from BCTV. Very loud out here, John, but can we get a prediction on the second half? What's going to happen here?
Well, I'll tell you this much. It's going to be a shame. There's going to have to be a loser in this one. Jeff White's been shooting the lights out for Delta, and Anderson likewise, and then some with a couple of threes, and I think he might ultimately be the difference, so I'll go with Fox. Bit of a sentimental thing, and much as the first time in the final. But as I said again, it'll be a shame that one team is going to have to lose it. This is a classic.
Very true, but it's going to be a great second half, and we're set to watch it in just a wee bit. All right, back to Rich, I believe.
Well, I think I'm going to take it here from there, Ozzy, so thanks for that. As John McKeechee mentioned, Terry Fox looking for their first championship. North Delta has won 3 of the championships over the years, Bill.
Yeah, they won it in 71 with Stan Stewartson as coach, 1975 with Bill Edwards, again in 1990 with Bill Edwards, so they're going for their 4th.
All right, we're going to look at another replay from the first half here. I believe this is a 3-pointer for Jeff White. Yes, it is, from the corner. In 1972, North Delta lost. Do you remember that one against Centennial? Boy, that's a long time ago, but that was at the Pacific Coliseum when they used to play it next door, and that drew the largest crowd ever. There was about 11,000 fans that night at the Coliseum.
Any talk of this tournament being moved back there at any time?
I think they like this venue. I think it's just perfect. They make it a tough ticket, and I think it's better having it jam-packed in here. And certainly the atmosphere is second to none. We are underway in the second half. Dan Russell with Bill Wells, Jay Triano, and the Rogers Ford crew. We're glad you're with us. This is the final half of basketball for 1993, the championship game between Terry Fox and North Delta. The Huskies leading by 2. Terry Fox in the dark uniforms with Grigor dishing it off to Morgan. He cannot hit from 3-point range. Goes out of bounds to North Delta as Peter Falla heads up and let it go out, and he'll inbound it here early in the second half. North Delta to the attack. Ramjak Singh couldn't get the defensive rebound or the offensive rebound, but Clark Gaines does, and they get a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock. Gaines has just 3 points, number 12, but it was on a 3-point play. Been held in check. Ramjak Singh now has 19. Boys had a lot from him right in deep.
Yeah, and again, a great setup again by Sanchez, driving the baseline and making the dish.
We had Brett Anderson earlier with 19. They took away 2, the official score. So now Ramjak Singh is the leading shooter in this game with 19 points as the ball goes out of bounds. Again in favor of the Huskies, who now lead by 4.
Good defensive position and no call on that play by the official. I think that's a good no call.
The officials tonight, Bill Crowley and Mike Thompson, 2 veteran officials. That's Bill Crowley making the call there. And we have a foul on Sean Ramjak Singh. That would be his second.
Well, there again was exactly what Jay had been saying. Sanchez bringing the ball up the floor, driving up the middle, been able to feed it off. I thought Ramjak Singh made a pretty good effort to go to the basket there, but got caught with the offensive foul.
Dave Morgan. Back to John Murphy. Ball intercepted. Sanchez 3-on-2 for North Delta. Drives to the basket. It got away from him at the last moment, and the Ravens are able to go the other way. Frantic action here in the early stages, back and forth in the early stages of the second period. Nick Grigor hasn't elected to shoot much, finds Anderson in traffic, cannot find it. Are they frustrating him right now, Jay?
Well,
here's Anderson. Now it goes in for him. That's the first basket in a long time.
Yeah, it sure is, Dan. And what they've done is both teams have come out and played a collapsing zone defense, and they're still getting out and putting pressure, and that's a tribute to both coaches that have to make an adjustment.
Gregor over and back. Gregor, great hustle for Terry Fox, causes that turnover.
Yeah, Vic got right down and got his hand out of here. You can see it. He touches the ball.
Oh, that's not over and back.
Sanchez had his feet in the front court and came back to get the ball. I'm not sure. I mean, it's a real tough call, and those officials.
Boy, that looked pretty close. Take a look at it again, Jake. Is he over? He never has possession of. Yeah, well,
very tough.
Too
call.
close.
Meantime, 2-point shot made successfully by Chris Zarka. There's a whole bench for Terry Fox already on their feet. Usually that is saved for the fourth quarter. 8 points now for Zarka. It's 45-45. We are tied in the second half. There is just so little to choose between these two basketball teams. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a jump ball. They decide that both of them hit the ball as it went out, but I think that it's a break for Terry Fox.
Yeah, that was a tough play. I mean, it could be a break for either team because there was only 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Had North Delta gained possession of it.
Let's have a look if this is the play. I believe it is. I think it went off Terry Fox's hand.
You're right, Dan. It did. It went off Brett Anderson's hand.
And the Ravens get a break, and now they get the ball. It's still tied 45-45. It's only the third quarter, so those are not huge items, but in a close ball game, those are the things that coach thinks about later. Ball goes up and in. John Murphy hits his first bucket of the night. Terry Fox is back in the lead. It's 47-45. Third quarter action. Sanchez drives to the basket. Rejected on the way by 2 Ravens. And back comes Terry Fox. Murphy. Vic Gregor. Anderson's off to the left. He's got his hands on his hips. He's the big guy they look for a lot. The tall guy, Dave Morgan, number 20. He now has the ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Anderson up. Does he travel? Yes.
Call for traveling.
I think Brett, when he pivoted to see the basket, he ran into Big Sean, who's standing there, and it goes, uh-oh, I've got to make a different play.
Yeah, he moves his foot right there. Change the pivot foot, yep.
It's 47-45. The Ravens lead it as Peter Ball collects the pass, dishes it off to White. Does not fall. And the Ravens come back the other way. Anderson, who plays football, rugby, lacrosse. And I don't know why he didn't play hockey. Guess he couldn't skate. I don't know.
I think his parents didn't want him to get hurt, Dan.
3-point range. Boy, he's quite an athlete. And his team steals the ball as Anderson gets it back to Gregor. You can feel Terry Fox coming on a little bit right now.
Yeah, no, Delta a little sloppy with the ball.
Anderson up. Does not fall. He's a little cold from outside, though. He only has the 1 basket this half. We're halfway through the third quarter. And he only had, I think he spent most of the second quarter without a hoop.
Pretty play.
Sure was.
That play was set up like 3 seconds before the pass was even made. Jeff did a real good job of sealing his man away from the basket, and a great entry pass in, and Jeff makes a nice basket.
We're tied at 47s. 13 points in the ball game for Jeff White. Anderson puts it up. In. Fox by 2. 21 points in the game for Bretsky. They call him Bretsky. North Delta underneath the White. Doesn't make it. He shakes his head after that one. A little upset. 4 minutes to go, third period. Terry Fox has a chance to make it a 4-point lead. Murphy puts it up, in.
Well, there's a kid they count on for defense only, and for him to come on and score is a big bonus for the Terry Fox Raiders.
Yeah, he didn't play great first half, but has come up with 4 points so far early in the second here.
The Ravens by 4 as Ball puts up a three-pointer, does not fall. There's a foul in the play. It is going to be on Terry Fox's Chris Zarka, his third personal.
Push after shot, side.
Okay, they're going off on the side. It came after the shot. I wondered from three-point range if he was going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, and would he have gone to the free throw line, he would have been shooting three foul shots, but Cliff Crowley makes the call that it was after the shot. North Delta will take it on the side.
Excellent action. 51-47 for the Ravens. Three-point try and in. Clark Haynes, he only has 2 baskets, but both of them are three-pointers. It's a one-point game. Can you stand the excitement? We're not even in the fourth quarter yet. Sanchez on a steal as North Delta comes back with a chance to regain the lead. He runs into Ramjag Singh.
Just went between his legs, Dan.
Ramjag causes traffic everywhere.
Looking at Ramjam, you got to figure he could tread water in a test tube, don't you?
A big test tube. Underneath, it goes nicely. Oh,
nice pass.
Clark Haynes scoring the basket. And for Haynes, he now has 8 points. It is 52-51 and a stolen ball for Sanchez. Fouled on the way. Is that a good foul to take?
Well, that's a good foul. Good hustle back. Now you're going to make David Sanchez go to the free throw line.
Black 13, 2 shots.
Gregor, it's his first foul, so it's not a bad foul to take, and he made sure that Sanchez did make the shot, and he's going to have to sit down at the free throw line and try to make 2.
Here's the steal by Sanchez. You know, him going to the free throw line, and we saw this hustle last night. It was interesting down the stretch in the huddle of Richmond Colts last night. Bill Disborough wanted Sanchez to be on the free throw line. Of all the players he thought on North Delta, he thinks that he has a chance of missing a foul such as that one.
He just did.
Sanchez has made 2 really nice steals here in the second half on that cross-court pass, just shooting the gap and taking it away.
And he misses 2 free throws. And he's talking to himself all the way down the floor. 2:10 to go. Third quarter. Terry Fox 52, North Delta 52. Championship game for 1993. Gregor. Murphy for three-point try. Off the rim, Morgan on a rebound, can't get a hold of it. Sanchez collects it for North Delta. North Delta slowing the pace down as they did often in the first half. Ram Jam tries to put it up. Rejected by the other big player, Morgan. And quickly the Ravens come back. 3-on-3. Brett Anderson underneath the Morgan goes off the foot of Sanchez, out of bounds to Terry Fox.
They have corrected the score, Dan. There was a mistake up there before.
Well, they have 52-51 in favor of North Delta.
Van Haas questioning that right now, and apparently he's been told it is the right score.
There's Don Van Haas. A whole bunch of assistant coaches, including Rich Chambers, who used to coach at Centennial for all those years. Foul on Sanchez.
He's going up strong. You can't go up and have his arm whacked. Okay? Just because the guy's got 2 fouls, you gotta call it.
Tyler Kushner on the officiating a little bit there. His team leads by 1. Morgan's pass could be an over and back situation. Anderson upset at himself as he got all the way back and he kind of lost control, just went off the side of his hand. Boy, the coaches are in it now. Rich Chambers, for all those years at Centennial, we'd hear him all over the court. They have a lot of coaching experience.
Wow.
Well, that's a big foul. That's on Zarka, and that's his 4th. And automatically, Painter comes into the game to sit him down.
Well, this one almost looks unavoidable.
Well, I guess the rule is that, if you go up for the ball like that, you've got to have some room to come down, and I don't think Zarka there gives Ramjak Singh enough room to come down.
4 fouls, as you guys mentioned. Chris Zarka, first player in real foul trouble here. The only other player, Sean Ramjak Singh, has 2, so he's not in any difficulty right now. Now another foul, and that's on... Is this on Grigor? Nick Grigor is the second. Yes, indeed. The cue card from the coach says high-low. What does that mean?
Well, they're going to put one high post, one low post, and you see Jeff White switch.
Still a 1-point game. We're in the last minute of the third quarter. There's 44 seconds to go.
I don't know what our biggest point spread has been so far in this game, but it can't be much more than 3 points, Dave.
Yeah, it'd be 3 or 4, at the max 5. Right now it's 1. 25 seconds to go in the period. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Now 6 seconds on the shot. 3-point try. Does not fall. Rebound goes to North Delta. Fall underneath. Who's it on?
22. Steve Kenner, I think. No, it's Morgan, I think he called, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Morgan, his third. So he's in a little trouble right now. Morgan with 3, Zarka with 4.
Can't see from there, can we?
Okay, there's 12 seconds to go. It's last shot time. Now there's 6 seconds. Ball puts it up. In.
Oh,
Big basket.
Shot.
At the horn. It does not fall. Big basket. Near the end of the third quarter for Peter Vall. He hasn't scored many tonight, but that was a timely one, giving them a 54-51 lead for North Delta. And let's go down to Ozzy, who has one of the younger spectators with him. Ozzy?
Well, thank you, Dan. Davis Sanchez is number 11 for the North Delta Huskies, and this is his much better-looking brother, Tyler. And I can't believe my ears. Tyler says he's cheering for Terry Fox. Who are you cheering for?
North Delta!
Oh, how can I be so silly? Who's the best player on North Delta?
Davis Sanchez!
Of course, and now he's not going to steal your lunch money anymore, is he?
Right?
Want to wish him good luck?
Yeah?
Want to say hi to Mom and Dad?
Hi, Mom and Dad!
All right, there you go. Good luck to your brother, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
All right, Dan.
Thanks, Ozzy. Let's now find Steve Erickson. Steve?
Thanks. I'm down the other end of the court right now. Al Haynes, son Clark. Gotta be good. What's it like being a parent of a boy that's in the final championship game like this in the day?
I think I'm more nervous than he is. He slept in until 11 o'clock. He had 2 big plates of pancakes and scrambled eggs. And then he went to a walkthrough. And then from there he went to a team lunch. They had spaghetti and a few other things. He came back and he lay down and he watched last night's game. And then he says, okay, it's time to take me up for the bus. You know?
We'll let you go. Thanks,
okay.
Al. We'll go back to Dan.
We are about set for the start of the fourth quarter as you watch Vols basket right at the end of the third. It is 54-51 as we take you now to the game action. The fourth quarter, scheduled to be the final quarter of basketball for 1993. It is a 3-point lead as Ball dishes it off to White. Foul underneath. 14. Foul is on Terry Fox. Dave Morgan. Or sorry, check that.
Jason McIver, 1-4.
Right. I'll be all right. We're told the largest lead was a 7-point lead. Boy, that was a brief lead because it's been tight the whole night.
Well, sure hasn't felt that at any time. No, you're right.
And the third quarter was especially tight. 11-10. North Delta outscored Terry Fox. Real well scoring. The defense is sure to fight.
If you're just joining us, North Delta in the gold uniform. And scoring for them was Jeff White, who has been very prominent. He now has 15 points I don't know how many people expected Jeff White to be this prominent.
No, Jeff has really stepped up and played well. I thought he had a pretty good game last night in the semifinals, but he did a lot of the unsung things. He did the rebounding and the defending last night.
Well, I made the comment on the telecast last night, Dan, that Jeff White has got a lot of Craig Priest similarities.
Big battle for the ball there. Terry Fox Ravens maintain possession. They are down by 5 right now. Morgan. Foul. Sanchez doesn't like it.
And not a good foul if he did foul. It doesn't look like he fouled him, but there was like 4 seconds on the shot clock, and Morgan was going to have to hurry to get his shot off.
And only if it's Brett.
Going to the free throw line will be Dave Morgan. With 16 fouls to 3 in this second half. They shoot on the 8. 16 fouls right now to the Terry Fox Ravens as Morgan misses his first of 2. They all start to become costly now. He drains the second one, giving him 8 points so far. What do you think of the 8-point?
Well, I think that's pretty quiet for David Morgan. I think he started off real hot, and he's really quieted down in the second and third quarters.
Gregor puts it up, does not fall. Big rebound, Morgan. He puts it rejected by the big guy. Morgan again, rejected again. Wow, great action underneath.
Well, that was a great play there. Defensively, that whole series was great. There's Morgan with a great offensive rebound. He puts it up. Sean Ramjack Singh gets a piece of it. Penner keeps it alive.
Another
Morgan puts it up again, it gets rejected, and then they call Anderson coming over the back.
Anderson's second foul, he's not in trouble. 56-52, 8.5 minutes to go.
Trailing by 4 points, and Anderson really only 4 points since early in the ballgame. They really got to get him the ball, and he's got to make something happen, I think, doesn't he, in this last quarter?
Yeah, they've got to get Anderson the ball. They've got to try to keep Peter Ball from being as hot as he is right now. He's made 2 real tough shots.
And the expression never changes on Peter Ball's face.
You're right. Very serious looking Peter Ball. And he scores serious baskets for this team. Jason McIver just answered with 2 of his own. You look at the big crowd jam-packed at the Anger Dome. 7:49 to go, 4th period. 58-54. Ball gets away, and a foul is going to be on Gregor, I believe. It is. His 3rd. And the 18th foul. Now they're in the bonus situation.
Yeah, there's a lot of time now that they're going to be shooting. That's 7.5 minutes. They're going to be in the bonus situation. On the other hand, North Delta only has 3 fouls against them, and it's going to be a while before Terry Fox gets into the bonus.
Sanchez, who missed his last 2 foul shots, has 4 points tonight. The bonus situation works on the free throw line. If you make your first one, you get your second one. It's a 1-and-1 situation. That's why the front end of your bonus is key.
Hey guys, I just saw Peter Ball clap his hands on that basket. He does show some emotion.
Sanchez does as well as he gets his own rebound.
And Van Oss calling for a timeout.
Every play starting to become crucial. It's a 5-point lead as Sanchez drives to the basket. Big basket for Davis Sanchez. Timeout, Terry Fox. Is he thrilled or what?
All right, shut up and listen. Shut up and listen. All right, you guys are doing a great
Let's listen to the huddle.
This game is not over, but you have the chance to make it that way. All right? With more smart heads-up stuff. They're really denying Davis did a smart thing. He shallow cut, and then we just run our high-low. If that's what they're doing, we can do it. Because he's scared to get beat. Now, be ready for some pressure. Be ready for some big press. Guys, set up after they score and 4 across right away. All right? Get in quick again. Let's go.
Let's find Ozzy over on the sideline somewhere. Ozzy.
All right, thanks very much, Dan. I was chatting with I was chatting with Matt, the Husky, earlier. We have some very happy fans back here. Give them their due. Give them their due here. Let's go.
Sanchez. This is David Sanchez driving to the basket. Big hoop.
Yeah, we could watch him up the floor. You'd see some kind of emotion.
Yeah, and Tyler Kushner real quick in his timeout to make sure that his team settled down. There's a lot of time left in this game. They should feel good about the situation that's happened over the last couple minutes.
Watch him coming back, folks. Left side of your screen. Is this guy happy? Come on, keep it going. Watch him leap.
7 minutes, 4 seconds remaining. This is a far from over ball game. 61-54. Anderson. Ramjag with the rebound.
I think he pressured that shot, Jay. I don't think that was a particularly good one.
No, I think he can probably get a better shot out of that.
Chris Zarka with 4 fouls is poised to come back in. They can't take any more chances. This game cannot get away from the Ravens right now. North Delta feels they have a chance to do that as Vol misses, but there is a foul underneath. Offensive foul, I believe it's on Sanchez. It is, it's his third personal. Indeed, they have that right. Yes, it is. It's his third personal. And the 14th foul. So 4 more. Quite a difference in the bonus situation. Ravens need some baskets. Grigor knows it. His shot was nowhere near the basket. Tough shot for Grigor. You get the feeling that this is a key part of the game right now.
Yeah, this is real crucial right now. Terry Fox needs a couple stops and they need to score at the other end.
Ball travels, turnover. There's still lots of time. You get the feeling, though, that Terry Fox needs a couple of buckets here.
North Delta doing a real good job in this 3-2 zone that they're in. Ramjack Singh has been very intimidating inside, and he intimidated Grigor on the last shot.
McIver. Grigor, 3-point try, in. It's a 2-point, 2-point. He just stepped over the line. So Grigor now has 5, and it's a 5-point lead again. The largest lead has been 7. Ace has the ball, but we got to fall away from the ball. It's on North Delta. Let's see who's on. 22! Big guy.
Hey, let's get on the line on defense, guys.
3 fouls. It is 61-56. There is 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the 4th period. Grigor underneath. Murphy cannot have it fall. Collected by the big guy, Ramjam. And Sanchez starts back the other way. Ramjam Singh has been big at both ends of the floor.
He's pulling down a ton of rebounds and he's been very intimidating defensively.
North Delta slowing it down. Sanchez with the gap. Doesn't fall this time. Anderson on a rebound. And back come the Ravens. This is a guy Bill Williams said has got to take control down the stretch.
That's a big play.
Big foul. Anderson will go to the line. It's 4 fouls now. 4 fouls for Sean Ramjag Singh. Wow.
So he's in a little bit of foul trouble with 4.5 minutes to go.
Do you take him out? Do you take him out?
I thought Tyler's going to think about it while he has a timeout here. But
they want a timeout. They can't get the referee's attention. Now they get it. And let's see if indeed they can get the timeout called. The horn here is very soft. It's not a loud horn. And in this crowd, it's very difficult. In fact, I have not heard the horn yet tonight.
No, you can't hear the horn with a crowd like this. And there you see the play. Anderson drives down the lane. Ramjag Singh comes over a little bit too late and fouls him with the body.
Let's listen in the Terry Fox huddle if we can.
Don't get out of sync. On the penetration, your other guy's got to cut low block, be ready for the ball in your area. And then get up and then take it strong. Okay? Down at this end, gotta play help and recover. Last time, big got beat. Sanchez, which way you forcing him? No, right. And then let's get running, just like you did. Quicker. Hey guys, look, one time only, next time we have the ball. Let's go, they're ready, let's go.
He's been big at both ends. Here's one of the defensive rebounds we've been talking about for Sean Ramjag Singh. As soon as he gets it, he looks for Sanchez.
Yeah, he sure does. And Sanchez is good because he always makes himself available. Sanchez really has been a key. He's been allowed to penetrate offensively with his quickness. He's so good at going to the basket. It's creating things for other people.
Brett Anderson looking into the crowd. Some of the crowd has pictures of Brett Anderson, a baby picture on a poster. They handed them all out to the fans down there before. Anderson poised, hits his first. He now has 22. He's got 23. More importantly, it's 61 to 58. A three-point game.
Here's a guy that's just done an outstanding job of quarterbacking this North Delta team tonight.
A 20-team tournament on Tuesday has been reduced to just 2 teams, the favorites, and 4 minutes to go to decide it, and a long way from deciding.
Well, it's a good series of defense for Terry Fox there. They played 30 full seconds and ran the clock right down.
30 seconds, they couldn't get the shot away.
Well, if they hit here, they can make it a 1-point game.
Morgan. Back here to McIver. Back to Morgan. Gregor fakes, puts it up, in! It's a 1-point game. The Huskies lead by 1 with 3:40 to go. The fans are having a great time at the Anchor Dome. We hope you're enjoying it. As Sanchez drives to the basket. Oh, nice pass to the big guy. Wow, what a pass.
Great play by Sanchez. Again, he penetrates. I don't know how many times I have to say it. He penetrates and someone comes to him, he has to make the pass.
21 unofficially for Ram Jackson. Stolen ball. Sanchez has a breakaway. Scores. It's a 5-point lead again. North Delta. They bend, but they haven't broken. Does it go without saying that time is starting to become a factor? They need a basket. Almost a turnover. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Rebound, Morgan. Offensive rebound. Sanchez almost stole it. Morgan gets it anyway and scores a big basket.
Ramjag Singh gave him that basket. He says, I'm not going to pick up my 5th foul. I'll give you that shot.
Absolutely right. And they've held him in there with 4 fouls. 3-point lead. Stolen ball. Here comes Brett Anderson. 1-on-2. Oh, good play defensively, although it's a foul on the arm. Good foul to take.
Right, and it does not put him to the line, does it? There's still 1 foul away.
Haynes on the foul. It's his 3rd personal. It's still not the bonus situation. It's a 7th team foul.
Stay close by. Stay close by.
Good little huddle by Terry Fox out near midcourt. Now they go and inbound the ball from the side. The Ravens trying to move it down to within 1.
And the last time we had this close a final was back in 1989.
2 minutes remaining, 4th quarter. Sanchez gets instructions from his coach, Tyler Kushner. He screams his signals out to his teammates. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Ball. Making moves. Foul. Foul on Terry Fox, John Murphy. Bonus situation. They go to the free throw line. And Ball is a guy that North Delta would like on the free throw line.
And it's crucial time. Free throws now are going to be a big part of this last minute 43.
It's a 1-and-1. He misses. Anderson collects the rebound. Here come the Ravens. 1:35 to go. Terry Fox trailing by 3. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Grigor underneath again. Oh, he missed! What a crucial miss that might be.
That was a crucial play. Morgan took it up and missed it, and Ramjak Singh didn't want to pick up his 5th foul.
Back up, guys. Back
Little
up.
soft, gave him that opportunity to put it in.
Don't go out. Stay
Bounced
on
it off the rim, but fortunately, they get the ball back.
Grigor. Adam Morgan, who's had a tough night underneath. Anderson. Grigor, 3-point try. Rebound goes to North Delta. There's 1 minute remaining. We're in the last minute of the championship game. North Delta leads by 3. Listen to the crowd. Ball. Almost lost it. Does lose it. Here come the Ravens. 3-on-1. Anderson shoots. Scores. It is a 1-point game. 35 seconds to go. North Delta with Peter Ball trying to hold on to the lead. One of the most exciting finishes ever in the tournament. Ball. Being shot up closely, followed by Murphy. Jamie don't like the call.
I don't know about that. There's a lot.
That's right. Let him play.
Close play out there, and I don't know if he fouled him. Although I'm sitting over here, I don't have as good an angle as Mike Thompson does on the floor.
Okay, no harm, no foul. That's a bad call at this point in the ball game.
But it does give a timeout. We have 20.8 seconds remaining. Let's look at that foul once again. Oh boy, that's a tough one to give out at this time.
Jeez, I don't know.
I agree with you guys. Although the officiating has been excellent tonight. And with 20.8 seconds remaining, let's look into the huddle.
We got Sarka right here, Morgan here, okay? And then we got Vic, John. Now, Vic, you got the ball, automatic, screen from you. Brett, you're coming right up high. Gotta get to the ball, look at this, shoot the ball. Now, if you don't have the shot, Sark, you gotta come off one more screen rolling in.
A short time ago, Terry Fox stole the ball to make it a 1-point game. They found Anderson underneath, who made no mistake. And that's why we sit at 65 to 64. There's 20.8 seconds remaining. And it could come down to the last shot. What a thriller of a finish. It's lived up and then some to its advanced billing. You see the clock in the upper corner. It's 20.8 left in the 4th quarter. Ball on the free throw line for his first of a 1-and-1 situation. He makes it.
Now, Terry Fox can't panic here. Even if Ball makes a second shot, they've got to come down and look to get a 3-pointer.
A big basket for Ball. Another big one is looming. Misses. Anderson on the rebound. Here comes Terry Fox Ravens. Anderson driving to the basket. He fouled by Ram. Is it Ram Jam?
No, it's Hayes.
Hayes seems to think he got it clean on that.
And he'll go to the line. Wow. Unbelievable. 15.1 seconds remaining. Let's look at the replay.
Do you see that? Sanchez right in Anderson's face.
Well, that looked, I don't know, that was a tough call there. It's a tough angle from the camera here and from where we're sitting. Anderson, though, is so aggressive and takes it right at the basket, draws the foul. He's got 2 real tough free throws to make here.
They want a timeout. North Delta wants a timeout.
Hold it! He called a timeout!
Now they're upset. He was late getting it. Now he blows it down. It does not count. That shot does not count. And the coach, Tyler Kushner, wanted his timeout so bad that he neglected Well, he finally got their attention, but he would have missed the first.
Did he get the timeout? I mean,
got his timeout.
They get the timeout, and again, it's the buzzer here.
So he gets two shots.
You can hear it. He will have 2 shots.
But he called it very late. He really decided late.
I saw down here on the game bench, they were all standing, signaling timeouts to the officials. The officials didn't make eye contact, but I'm sure that Brett Anderson will still have 2 shots right now.
Make sure. One guy, Peter Long. Peter Long.
Well, it's unbelievable that it comes down to this, even after all its advanced billing. Let's listen to Tyler.
Okay, we got to take care of it. Okay, then this man-to-man, they're probably going to double, so clear out and look to help him. Okay, guys, it's your game to win. Okay, it's your game to win.
I don't know if we can get a camera on Davis Sanchez, but he has been talking to Brett Anderson ever since he got fouled. He's been following around and he's been nattering at his back. And I don't know, I'm sure he's trying to throw him off, throw his concentration off before he shoots these free throws.
Well, maybe we can get a look at him. He's at the free throw line right now, Sanchez says. Maybe he'll greet him as he comes to the line.
Yeah, he's waiting. You can see
he's
him
waiting for him right here.
See what happens.
And he's not there to wish him good luck. He's talking to him. You see that?
He whispered something in his
ear.
ear.
Absolutely.
15.1 seconds. The thrilling finish of the BC Championship on the line. Terry Fox, Brett Anderson scores his first. It's a 1-point game. 26 points for Anderson. More importantly, he can tie it with this free throw right here. He misses. Rebound. Morgan. Can he get his hands on it? We have a foul. How do they find anyone with a foul?
Jeff White.
Foul on Johnson. As Morgan went up to get the ball. It looked like he had the rebound, and then somebody...
Now the clock hasn't moved.
You're right, Bill.
Since the free throws, and
everyone's excited, even the timekeeper.
How can you decide the game on that?
Tyler Kushner upset. It's a 1-1 situation. How do you find one guy to foul in there?
We don't have a very good angle there, but it looked like Morgan did have the ball, but everybody seems to be quite upset. I'm not sure where the foul was.
He must make the first one. He does not! Ramjack gets the rebound. Foul! Ricard, he missed the first of 2, and will go shooting at the other end. I can't remember a more exciting finish.
Oh, this is a fantastic finish. And you know, Dan, there's still lots of time left with 12 seconds to go. They have fouled the person that they have talked about fouling all game. They've got Sanchez. He's been talking at one end. Now we'll see if he can respond at the other end.
Dave Morgan missed a huge free throw there. He's had a tough night here. Sanchez. 9 points tonight. Look at the crowd. 12 seconds left. A big one. 67-65. An even bigger one would be this one.
And again, Fox still has a chance to come back down and shoot a 3. Sanchez can really make it difficult now if he nails this one.
Rebound goes to North Delta. They throw it out of bounds. 9.3 seconds to go. Absolute frantic pace here at the end.
Terry Fox coaches are arguing that the shot was a complete air ball. And they're going to have to put more time back on the clock.
Hey! They're putting more time on. Go for the win. Go for the win. Off the double screen. Press. Off. Got it to 12.
And here Don Manos down there. Down 2, and he is saying, come on,
Go down there.
Go down there. They're going to look at a 3-pointer with Anderson going up.
The 2-point game. Go. Record. 9 seconds. Underneath it goes. Morgan puts it up. We're tied. 2 seconds to go. We are tied, and we are heading to overtime. Unbelievable finish here at the Peony Agrodome, and it's still not over. An absolute incredible chain of events has led this game to go overtime. Let's look at the replay of the tying basket.
There it is into Morgan.
Great
pass by Sarka. Morgan goes around it, bangs around it there, but it finally falls through.
But you know, Terry Fox was given every opportunity to get into this final, into the end of the game there, because Anderson given that extra shot at the line, the ensuing foul to White under the basket, which was questionable, Morgan missing the free throw. It's just really a big break for the Ravens.
Unbelievable game. It's not over. We're going to take a quick break and come back with overtime. Terry Fox and North Delta to decide the 1993 championship when we come back after this.
Down! Phys Ed has changed. Today we know that students participating in a quality daily physical education program have better health and are more independent. They develop important social skills and are less susceptible to stress. Active students develop positive attitudes to school, to themselves, and may perform better academically. Are your children benefiting from quality daily physical education?
Overtime at the BC High School Championship. In the championship game, what more can you ask for? It's been so long since it's happened, Bill.
The last overtime game was back in 1969. Victoria and Oak Bay, 38-37 ball game, won that year by Victoria.
There's Morgan's tying basket in the dying seconds. I believe there was about 2 seconds to go, maybe 3. When it went in, and it did its victory lap before it fell, and now we're just seconds away from the start of overtime. Boy, it's a shame some team has to lose this game.
This has been a fantastic game, and we talked earlier about how they battled all year. 2 games apiece, comes down to the rubber match, and now this one's going to go into overtime. I don't think we can find 2 teams more evenly matched.
Both teams from the Fraser Valley. North Delta coming in as a Fraser Valley representative number 1, Terry Fox, Fraser Valley number 2.
5-minute overtime period. It's 5 minutes. Now the fouls stay the same, and Ramjag Singh has 4. So that could be a key part here. Chris Zarka has 4 as well. And we're underway. Terry Fox will go the other way now, left to right. And they win the tip-off, and Anderson has it stolen by Sanchez. Sanchez starts back the other way. They just put the championship trophy, walked it behind us. They have no idea which side it's going on. It's almost a shame they can't split it in half. Ball. Here in overtime. Sanchez, 3-point try, no good. Rebound, the big guy, Ramjam gets it. And they get a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock. Sanchez, now to Haynes. Clark Haynes pushes it back to Sanchez. His pass is blind. Suspect pass there, wasn't it, Jay?
Yeah, I think he expected Ramjag Singh to seal his man, and Sean elected to roll around and try to post him up.
1 minute gone in overtime. No baskets in overtime. Everyone's crucial. That goes without saying. Zarka in the game, number 21, still has 4 fouls. Air ball put up by Grigor. Out of bounds it goes. It's a Terry Fox ball. Hard to see from this angle how that got out of bounds, but it must have went off Ramjag Singh.
It was funny, the last time they had the ball there, everybody touched the ball except for Anderson, and I thought he was open in the corner.
Well, you look for the big guys. Anderson has been very prominent in this game. Oh, Ramjag Singh fortunate not to pick up his 5th foul. And you know everyone in the building, including the officials, know he has 4. If he gets a 5th, you can rest assured it'll be a very obvious one. Now a foul. McIver.
Back, 14, push, 1-1, 14 goal.
Ooh. Maybe a little acting job there as well.
I don't think he took. I don't think there was real flush contact on it, but he was trying to make a point.
Peter Ball to the free throw line in the bonus situation, 1-on-1. He misses the first one. Boy, they tightened up in the shooting, haven't they? It's overtime. You would expect it. We're still tied. There has not been a point in the overtime. And we're nearing the 2-minute mark of a 5-minute overtime period.
When Brett Anderson brings the ball up the floor, David Sanchez is there to meet him all the time.
Whoa! Big miss there.
Good rebound, Ram Jam.
Good play by McIver to take it right at Ramjag's thing, but he didn't finish it up.
Still no points here in overtime. You get the feeling the first points might now be very big. Ram Jam scores!
There's a jam!
The Huskies lead by 2. Turnover. They have a chance to pad their lead.
This is a big one right here.
They're all pretty big now. If they can make it 4, it might be very difficult.
10 seconds.
Now 7 on the shot clock. Sanchez driving, he lays up underhandedly. Ram Jam rebound, off ball. Morgan gets the defensive rebound to Anderson. An outlet pass to McIver, and here comes Terry Fox with a chance to tie. There's less than 2 minutes left in the overtime. Here we go again. Record into the corner to Anderson. 3-point try. Does not fall. Rebound Morgan. Puts it up. Does not fall. But he is fouled in the process. And a shooting foul will put him on the line for 2. And we have a timeout on the floor.
2 shots. Timeout this way.
Timeout for Terry Fox. 1:47 left in overtime. He'll be going to the line with a chance to tie.
I believe that last foul was a Clark Haynes, and that's his 3rd personal.
Let's listen into the Terry Fox huddle.
That's good.
Hey, on the court. You don't want that. No foul. You don't want that.
Ramjag Singh, and he's fouled out. That was his 5th foul.
Now he came over here and gave us a 1-2.
I don't know. Bill went 1-2. Okay, so it's Clark Haynes who was fouled out.
Looking to finish it. 2-1-2. You're at the high post.
30 seconds to make a substitution.
Also down at that.
Yep, the official did say timeout Terry Fox, so I'm not sure. Okay, we just checked that with the official. It is not a timeout, although he was confused initially as well.
And I apologize, I said that was Hayes' 3rd foul. That was his 5th. We missed one. Couple on the way there.
Here's the go-ahead basket so far here in overtime. The 3rd jam, at least in this game, for Sean Ramjag Singh. Unofficially, we have him with 23 points. Unofficially, we have Brett Anderson with 26. Now we have on the free throw line Dave Morgan. He missed a crucial shot late in the 4th. They weren't able to rally for overtime. Morgan tries again. He makes it. He's been quiet tonight, but they need him down the stretch. He has a chance to tie it again in overtime. He does. 1:45 to go. First overtime. North Delta and Terry Fox, 69-69 tie. Whistle. No basket. Fouls on Terry Fox. Brett Anderson, 3rd.
And he's fouled Craig Reddy, who just subbed into the game for Clark Haynes. Craig hasn't played for a long part of this game. It'll be interesting to see how he reacts on the free throw line in a crucial situation.
This is the first of a 2, or first of 1 and 1, and that's why it's a live ball. With 1:33 to go. Stand this, you guys. We're tied. Here comes Terry Fox with a chance to take the lead. And you wish this game would never end.
Anderson lost his dribble at the free throw line. A spin move into the middle with a finger roll from about 10 feet away.
Wow, what a basket for Brett Anderson. 28 huge points on the night. Underneath Ram Jam. Oh, it's knocked away by Morgan, but right to a North Delta player. Ball. Now Reddy has it. Reddy driving to the basket, puts it up. He's fouled on the way, and they'll go to the line with 58.8 seconds remaining.
And Jay, you made a very good point a minute ago when he came to the line. Craig Reddy, not having played much for a long time in his game, was well short on his first attempt. He goes to the line again with 58.8 seconds left and his team trailing by 2 points.
Well, Morgan atoned for his miss late in regulation by making 2. Reddy will have the opportunity right here.
The first of a 1-and-1, he misses, it's a live ball, and Terry Fox has the ball and the lead. North Delta wants a timeout when they can get it. Terry Fox desperately wants a basket. A big trip down the floor for the Ravens. Vic Grigor with lots of poise. Dishes it off to McIver. McIver back to Grigor, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Grigor puts up a three-pointer. It's a 5-point. Check that. Let's get the score straight here. It's 74. Now they put it up. 74 to 69. A 5-point lead with 34.2 seconds to go. A huge three-pointer by Vic Grigor.
That was a huge shot. It was a little bit of a desperation shot because the shot clock was down. It was under 5 seconds when he took that shot.
Okay, the fast break triangle. Go ahead.
Let's listen in to the North Delta huddle.
Peter there. We'll have Sean there. We'll have
late in the fourth quarter, it looked like North Delta was going to have this game, and now they're 5 points back with 34 seconds to go in overtime.
But you know, I've heard people say, including yourself, Jay, that free throws are so important in the ballgame, and you just go back to the 2 that were missed by the North Delta player, Craig Reddy. Big part of this ballgame right now.
Yeah, he was put in a tough situation because he hadn't played for so long, and he came back in overtime, in a pressure situation, after sitting on the bench and being cold.
There's the three-point. Boy, what a clutch basket that was.
That was a clutch basket by Grigor.
And now the North Delta Huskies have to do what Terry Fox did late in the fourth quarter. They've got to rally from 5 points back to somehow keep this game going. A game no one wants to see end, except for the Ravens right now. There's the clock in the upper right-hand screen, 34.2 seconds remaining in period number 5.
Peter Paul to take a shot here. Maybe a three-pointer ends up real quick.
I'm surprised they're not taking it a little faster, though. Sanchez, three-point try, good! It's a 2-point game! White hits 3. There's 15 seconds to go. Foul on volley. Had a take hit, and it's going to go down to the wire again. What a great basket.
Tell you, Jeff White has done everything you could ask for this North Delta team tonight, Jay.
Oh, it was a great play. I mean, Reddy had the ball on the left side and tried to run a specific play. He's trying to run a specific play where they're screening on the weak side. Can't get the screen down. Jeff White, smart enough, pops out, nails the shot. It's a 2-point difference again with 14 seconds to go. And Vic Grigor on the line.
It's the start of a 1-and-1. He has to hit the first one in order to shoot the second. He does.
This is where all those hours of practicing early in the morning pay off.
That's
he
right.
He's a great shooter from the free throw line when he practices.
Can he make it a 4-point lead? No. Big rebound. Morgan has it to Grigor. There's 11 seconds to go. Terry Fox, Anderson to Grigor. They can't get a foul. Morgan has it. He gets it to Grigor. Underneath it goes. Finally a foul with 1 second to go. There's 1 second left. But Terry Fox is going to win this. The jubilation has already begun. There is 1 second left on the clock. Terry Fox will go to the free throw line. The celebration has begun. They want a timeout. No, they don't now. They've changed their mind. Don Van Oss asked for one. Now he wants it again. So with 1 second to go in overtime.
In all the sports I've ever covered, I've got to be honest with you, this is one game I hate to see either team lose.
It really is. It is. It's
totally heartbreaking.
Hey, they got to go full length.
But what a great game we've seen. And some clutch baskets. And at both ends of the floor. You thought at different times they were going to win the game. Only the other team, it's like one of those heavyweight boxing matches of days gone by where they went 15 rounds and you just never thought it was going to end.
The inbound pass. You are
catch it, looks at the foul, hit hopefully a shot. That's all we got. Okay?
Boy, they had what they felt, I'm sure, was a victory within their clutch late in the fourth quarter, and now North Delta trails by 5. The chant has begun. The fans are on their feet. Many of them have not sat down the entire night.
Watch them dump over the fence there in 1 second as all those fans are going to make their way onto the floor. That's always a sight that's really impressive, isn't it?
Being the optimist that I am, I would say that, the only chance that North Delta has here is if this free throw is missed, they pick up the ball and throw it the length of the floor and it goes in. That's basically the only chance that they have of continuing this game.
On the free throw line will be Jason McIver. He can absolutely lock it away if it's not already with this one. Here we go. McIver puts it up and in. It's a 4-point lead. And it is all over except for this last shot and the starting of the last second. And in 1993, Terry Fox, the Ravens are British Columbia's best. They have won with 1 second to go. The ball goes out of bounds. The clock did not start because it was thrown out of bounds. Now the celebration is about to begin as the Terry Fox Ravens celebrate their very first championship. The Ravens are number 1. Here at the Agrodome as the Terry Fox Ravens celebrate a thrilling 77-72 victory. A 5-point difference, but this was decided by the slimmest of margins. An absolutely incredible championship game. And as we've alluded to a few times in the last little bit, a shame to see a team lose here. But congratulations to both squads for making this one of the most exciting championship games in the tournament history.
Well, I'll tell you, Craig Grady, I see him on the bench, and he's just got tears coming out of his face down there. As I'm sure there are other players from that North Delta team.
Yeah, it's a shame that they had to lose a game like that under those circumstances, but North Delta sure played a real tough game, and they were.
Let's find out. Ozzy's got the guy hit a clutch basket right at the end. Vic Grigor, come in, Ozzy.
Thank you very much, Dan. Vic Grigor, a 3-point basket that rolled over the opposition like a tank. How did you feel when you sunk that baby?
It felt really good. I've been struggling on my end and hit that, and I knew we had to win, and it was awesome. It was just BC champs, all I can say.
You're playing over the entire year. You guys did great. How do you feel about the entire season?
Oh, we did awesome all year. We had some downs, and we came back. We had a hard practice, and we worked really hard for this tournament. We set our goals, and we based our learning on the Terry Fox tradition and how he had to struggle. And this all goes to Terry Fox and how he is the thing of our school, and this is for whoever he is, he deserves it.
A nice gesture. All right, and we are heading over to Terry. That's it.
I tried to get the coach, but Donnie's being grabbed by everybody here. Don, we must have a word. Donnie. Don is over jubilant. How does this feel?
There they are. These guys came back. We were down 5. They came back. Just a sec. I'll be right back.
Let's go back to Dan Russell. It's a good reason to. He's over there getting congratulated and offered his congratulations to Coach Kushner from the North Delta Huskies.
Down by 5, he said. He didn't complete his thought, but really, they did look down, and they bent. It could not break. It was unbelievable. I think Terry's ready with Don Van Oss. Come on in, Terry.
Thanks, Dan. Don, I think Vic Gregor could have won it. Dave Morgan for tying things up. Brett Anderson, a great game. Everybody a team effort.
This is a team effort. We've always believed, and we started about 3-4 weeks ago. We started picking up. This was for Terry Fox. Terry Fox, we watched a Terry Fox documentary about last Tuesday when this thing started. He talked about he wasn't a great athlete. He had mental toughness. He had desire. These guys showed that. He talked about on his run, and the Fox family knows this, that he was not anyone above anyone else, that they were all equal. Everyone in that run was equal, and we've been preaching that, Terry's message that we're all equal. There's 15 guys, because it takes 15 guys to win it. You got to have the depth to get this far. You got to have guys pushing each other in practice. This was 15 guys. We're together the same way Terry's run Marathon of Hope was.
Don, congratulations, and any more thoughts like that? I can say that's well put.
Thanks very much. It's a great feeling.
Let's go back to Dan.
What a great tribute, and just like the person who the school was named after, the Terry Fox Ravens have done British Columbia proud with this effort tonight. And isn't it nice that they feel so proud of the name Terry Fox, the name which the school was so properly named after. This is being given instructions from the truck that this is one of the key baskets. We're not sure which basket this is, but that's Brett Anderson's basket in the dying seconds.
You know, Jay, I thought the North Delta team did a wonderful job on Brett Anderson, certainly after the first quarter on, and you know, it just, I guess, shows you that this Terry Fox team has a lot of depth, that you can look to various people that are going to come through for you, because I think they got that effort from their people tonight.
Yeah, they did. They sure did. And as Don mentioned, it was a total team effort. It was David Morgan and Vic Gregor down the stretch, and I don't think either one of those two guys had a particularly good game.
Exactly.
But down the stretch and in the overtime, they both came through for Terry Fox, and that's why Don alluded to being such a team effort.
I thought man for man, really not to take one thing away from the Terry Fox team. They are the champions of the province. I almost thought man for man that we might have seen a little better game from the North Delta team tonight. I thought they were just outstanding. I mean, Ram Jamsing did everything he had to do for the team. I thought Sanchez did everything he had to do for the team. But it seemed like, you know, the champions just have that little bit extra in the clutch, and I think the Terry Fox Ravens showed us that.
All right, we're ready to hear from Brett Anderson. Let's go to the sidelines.
Number one, baby! This guy's number one! Woo! Are we on?
Go ahead.
We are on. Okay, Brett Anderson. Seems to me we did this about this time last night. This time you're the champion. How's it feeling, man?
Oh, it just feels great. I can't explain the feeling at all. You know, we've worked hard. We wanted to do it for the school and for our coach, and we finally did it. It's just a great feeling.
You had a great game yourself. A lot of your players had great games. How do you feel about the season for the entire team?
Well, I just think all the players are great. I love them all. We all stepped up tonight, and we just did it. We had to work hard to beat a real great North Delta team. They just kept coming, and we never gave up either. And that was the difference in the game.
Where do you go from here?
We're going out to party right now.
Thought you might say that. All right, back to Dan.
You're looking at not only... Go ahead, Terry.
Rich, we have a coach from Centennial that came over to Port Coquitlam this year. I think that was the right move.
I must be a smart guy. I know where some good players are, but the kids at Centennial played tough all year and almost beat us the final game, and they gave me 17 years of great work ethic. I thank them all. They're part of the reason we're here tonight.
What about it? $5? Is that great entertainment?
It's the best in town. I feel like $1 million tonight, and I just hope we're back here playing these guys next year.
It sounds like you're going to be back. What about that team next year?
Well, I think the team, coach sitting behind me, Coach Disbro, is going to be the favorite, but we'll be around.
Thank you very much. Let's go downstairs with Dan.
Thanks, Terry. A couple minutes ago, we heard from Brett Anderson, who's not only one of the best basketball players, he was named British Columbia's High School Football Player of the Year. There's a good chance he's going to be named MVP in this tournament as well. As you look at the celebratory finish for Don Van Oss and his Terry Fox Ravens right at the end, boy, were they ever thrilled. And look at them hold hands together, and just as they talked about a few minutes ago, they came as a group together, and as a cliche, you often hear that in sports, but you really got the feeling that with Terry Fox that they indeed were just that. Ozzy, take it.
Thank you very much, Dan. We have Davis Sanchez here. And Davis, on the sidelines, you have a little brother whose eyes lit up every time you touch that ball. He thinks you're a hero. I think most of this building thinks you're a hero. There shouldn't have been a loser here tonight. How do you feel about the entire season?
It was a tough battle between Fox and us all season. They came out on top today. We had some bad foul shooting at the end, and it cost us the game. But we played tough, and I have nothing to look down about.
You're right. You're exactly right. And congratulations on a great season. And you played a great game tonight. Back to Dan.
You know, these teams met 5 times this year, and this rubber game went to overtime. And the rubber game, which goes to Terry Fox, keeps the statistic going that no team was able to beat the other 2 times in a row. And I think that, you know, I think that just says so much. If you could split a trophy in half here, you want to at least give a portion of it to North Delta.
I don't think throughout the whole year or throughout high school basketball we've ever seen 2 teams so close. They were ranked 1 and 2 all year. They, as you mentioned, they split the games that they played, and tonight back and forth the whole game. I don't know how many changes of the lead we saw, but we just saw a real fine basketball game tonight, and 2 real fine teams, as you mentioned, both deserving of victory.
Let's look at some of the statistics, the final stats. The shooting percentage went down a little bit, but it really was impressive for both teams. Look at the rebounds. It was very even. I mean, the rebound stat tells you an awful lot about the aggressiveness on both teams.
Yeah, both teams, and Terry Fox picked up the rebounds in the second half, but I mean, these teams are identical. I mean, the stats show it, the play that we saw shows it, and we talked about some of the individual matchups. They played face-to-face all game and did a real good job.
And you get the feeling, Bill, they could come out here and play tomorrow. North Delta will win.
I was just going to say, you could probably play another 5 minutes and you'd end up maybe with North Delta winning by or leading by a couple points. It was just that close. It's certainly the most fun game that I've had the opportunity to work in the last 5 years. Although that Pitt Meadows game with Maple Ridge a couple years ago, I believe it was Maple Ridge, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a real exciting game. But this one, I think, tops them all. It was just fun and see this kind of performance out here.
And I know both of you guys agree, but we talked a lot about how this tournament is so well run, and it is such a competitive tournament year after year. But you just can't say enough for the organizers of this function, the hard work that goes not just for the players and the coaches, but all the tournament organizers. I mean, it just makes coming out here a real joy.
It sure does, and we talked earlier and throughout the tournament that it's an incredible, if not the best, amateur sporting event in the province, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
Well, it was Terry Fox Ravens, led by so many guys. Brett Anderson for sure was prominent, and again, look at this basket down the stretch in overtime. He looked left, he looked right, and said, I'm going to do it myself, and he laid it up, and it was just a beautiful, very opportune basket.
Yeah, it was a great athletic play. He lost his dribble, had no place to go, spun to the hoop, and a finger roll from 10 feet away is a pretty tough shot to make.
Tough to beat this next year, Bill.
I don't know. Again, from a Richmond resident point of view, I look forward to the Colts again being here next year. I love to watch that team play, and being an old North Delta school teacher, I mean, not so hard on the old. I hope to goodness they're back before very long as well.
And we are going to go down to the sidelines one more time and bring in Ozzy before we wrap it up from here. Ozzy?
Jeff White, I wish this game was still going on. It was incredible, man. I thank you for the excitement, and you're coming back next year. Are the Huskies going to be back next year?
Yeah, we will. We've got a great team coming up again next year. We have some good guards. Sean Kalina is coming up next year, so we should be back.
All right, hope to see you here, man.
Okay, thanks.
Right, thank you. Back to Rich or Dan?
All right, thank you, Ozzy. And Jay, I want to thank you very much, and you as well, Bill, for excellent commentary throughout the night. It's been fun working with you the last couple of games, and good luck in your recruiting with Simon Fraser. We look forward to seeing you here next year.
Thanks very much, Dan. It's been my pleasure.
All right, see you, Bill.
Thanks, Dan. Always a pleasure.
Bill Wilms, Jay Triano. I'm Dan Russell. I thank you for watching. Let's turn it over to Rich.
All right, thank you, Dan, and once again, excellent job, gentlemen. Well, what can I say? Not much to add to what's happened tonight. What an electrifying, emotional evening it's been. Overtime, and Terry Fox Ravens winning the BC Provincials. Keep in mind what happens to some of these players after a tournament like this. Last year, St. Michael's University, Stephen Nash, he is now playing for Santa Clara University in the Bay Area, and they, of course, have advanced to the 64-team NCAA Men's Division I tournament. Who knows where these players will end, but they are truly the best high school players in the province, and the whole tournament culminated into this one game. And I've covered this for 6-7 years, and this is by far the closest, best basketball game I've seen. But then again, I haven't watched nearly as many as many of you have. And 1969, the last time that a final went into overtime. Well, that's going to do it. I'm Rich Lodwick for Ozzie Owen, Steve Erickson, Terry Murray, and of course all the behind-the-scenes people, Paul Bertel directing, Jim Reese, David Dick, and the many, many volunteers that have put in a lot of hours to bring you this. I'm Rich Lodwick saying so long. We'll see you next year. The 1993 BC AAA Provincial Champions are the Terry Fox Ravens. Take care, everybody.
Hello, I'm Bruce Coburn for U.S.